Alright, welcome back once again to Fangame Marathon 2025. With me, I have a pretty recent ROM hack run by... Well, I'm not going to call you a pretty recent guy.
I hope you don't.
I'm not doing it. Why don't you introduce yourself?
Awesome. Okay, welcome. It's Mushie64 again, and today I'm playing a good ROM hack. If you remember the run from yesterday, this will be the polar opposite, hopefully. So yeah, I'm just here to showcase yet another banger, and yeah, hopefully you guys like it. And the music will be good today, I promise. Like, stereo, it's already set up for maximum juice, so I hope to see a lot of jam variation emotes in the chat. What about you guys, Andrew Pie?
You go first, Mr. Creator.
Yes, I am SM64 Pi. I am the creator of this ROM hack. And yeah, just looking forward to seeing a speedrun. I haven't seen very many speedruns of this yet.
Yeah, sadly
And I'm Andrew. I'm a fellow runner of this game. This is kind of my dream ROM hack. I love Kaizo and I love Shining Stars, so when this was announced and came out, this is just perfect peak cinema.
Yep. Okay, since we shouldn't waste too much more time, I guess I should go straight to countdown, so let's do that. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. And that's Shining Stars 4. Ice, or not ice, but ear speed in this case. And messing up the camera immediately. So here's a really funny trick to start with. I need to get on the top of this structure, which requires an arch wall kick. Don't worry about it, it's a Kaizo technique, but not the hardest one in the bunch. And I need to talk to this bomb, which is actually a toad and gives a star. Pretty good start already.
This is the one people always miss. Like, this game has a weird structure where you pretty much need to get every star in a given overworld before moving on to the next one, and that is just a common one that a lot of people miss.
Yeah.
Is this the overworld star?
Yeah, we will have a moment to talk about that a little bit later as well, when it becomes relevant, but for now just assume that, you know, I'm getting all the stars because I love this game so much and I'm running the 100% category, and not for any other reasons. So immediately this is 1-A, the first level, or the fastest level you can access from the beginning of the game, and of course, minutes in an SM64 ROM hack without hearing Toho music, that's a 0, because holy shit, here we are already. Toho is
one of my favorite songs in the game, for sure.
Yep. Okay, that's kind of the bad way to pass this section, but it works. So yeah, I'm pressing the Vanish Cap switch, which is just stranded in here randomly, and I'm trying to make immediate use of it, going through these walls without being too slow. Of course, there's a deadly toxic ground down there, and I am just showcasing this. It's not me sucking. It only takes away 1 HP instead of outright killing you, because the level is long enough and kind of hard enough that you getting punished with outright death for just touching the dead ground is kind of very cruel. I'm really glad that was added. And in general, the game has this gimmick where you falling off the level or taking little hits like quicksand, you're only gonna lose 4 HP. So when you lose your HP, you're out of the level, but like you cannot really die immediately. And that's what makes this ROM hack not Kaizo, I suppose. This would be a great time
So decades later, for introducing that kind like you don't instantly die, just like lose health. It really helps this game. I think it's really fitting for a game of like this difficulty.
And that is kind of what I wanted to do whenever I did start developing this, is that a lot of the Kaizo hacks, they make you do these long tricks and like just long stars, you die. It takes 30, 45 minutes just to get back there. So putting that in was definitely a focus from the start.
That's awesome, and I mean, I think people like agree this is a good choice and still find the ROM hack decently difficult. So like, this is not a ROM hack that everyone watching this would be able to pick up and play themselves. They can try, I'm just not sure how fun it would be if you don't have like fundamental SM64 skills, so that's why I wouldn't necessarily recommend it. But hey, you can watch it right now and it's definitely worth it. So first, a regular level of the game, in which we will have a lot more time to discuss the structure of this game. 1-4 Stormy Sky Garden. These are actually remake levels from other Shining Stars games in the series. And wow, I'm getting the perfect wall kicks to just not be able to progress with the level right now. So yeah, this is a mashup between, can you guys help me with it, because I'm drawing a blank right now while playing.
It's definitely Course 2 from Shining Stars Repainted, Stormy Sky Garden, I believe it's called. And then what was the other one?
Yes, from Shining Stars Repainted, courses 2 and 3, which is Stormy Skyway and Spring Sky Garden.
Yep. Wait, where's my... Oh, I'm supposed to triple jump here. Yep, we're getting some stuff sometimes. So sometimes in this level you see clouds going up and down, and you know, those are supposed to help you get much higher. Not in this case, because you can just do the jumps yourself. So basically this is one of those roll hacks where if you can do the jumps yourself, you can probably expect the game will want you to do them. Getting the first blue coin switch star of the game. These replace the 100 coin stars. I already have 50 coins, but we don't need to worry about the usual collectathons. It's a timed challenge, you can retire it if you don't collect all the blue coins and spawn the star. And that's gonna be like half of our progress throughout the game, it's gonna be in those stars. Other than that, yeah, I don't know if I mentioned this is a pretty linear roll hack yet, but yeah, you play a level most of the time for 1 star at a time, and then the blue coins, and it's just get to the end of the level. It's pure platforming challenge most of the time.
Yeah, this game does take on a pretty linear structure. It's kind of like New Super Mario Bros. Games in the sense where like there's like a couple worlds and just levels. So, like not really like a world map, you know. I mean, it's not as linear as something like Guitar Attack 2, which I ran marathon, like last marathon, I believe, or maybe the one before that. But it's linear in the sense where like the level will only have 2 stars, just one at the end and one the blue coin switch one that you got earlier.
Yep, okay, the game lagged here, I have to say that. Usually I do something where I suck and miss a jump, but in this case I'm having some lags here and there these days. This also happened yesterday with Madness, but luckily it didn't last too long and didn't actually destroy my run. Hopefully that's also gonna be the case here. Because again, you could see there falling off, took away 4 HP from me. Not dead, not the end of the world, but I have to be careful. Especially now, because, okay, that's kind of the funny part. Like, if I fall down to that section, to the bottom of the level, the game is actually gonna remember that as my last save ground. So if I touch that ground down there, I'm actually gonna lose more time than if I fall off and take damage from, you know, fall damage. Oh, wow.
We almost had that exact scenario. It's scary.
Yep. And I'm really scared about this platform actually, but luckily it also has a recovery card. It's so nice to have these recovery cards here because, well, you see how it's going if they are not there.
Yeah, so some newer like decom packs with this like kind of like checkpoint system upon death, like they have like hard-coded like places where you'll respawn. This is literally just like it spawns you on the last safe ground that you're at, so if you end up landing lower in the level, then you're gonna lose a lot more progress than if you just die.
Yeah, and here's one secret just to get it out of the way. The last save ground is actually defined by collision type, and the default is, well, the default collision type when it doesn't have fancy gimmicks like slippery, snowy or sandy where you can get stuck inside. This is gonna have some implications later. I have a particular level that I really don't like because of this, because of how this mechanic works. It's all the more dangerous and, well, yeah, you'll see later.
I think I know which one you mean, but we'll get to it.
Absolutely. Now, 1-3, the remake of the Star Temple all the way from Shining Stars 1, Slash Repainted. And, yeah. Yeah, bye.
Actually, a fun fact about this level, this is literally just the model from Shining Stars 1 that I think I made in like 2013. But I just retextured it.
Wait, the actual Shining Stars 1 not repainted?
Yep.
Oh wow.
Actually, this is based on the one from Repainted, which is this very similar to the one from Shining Stars 1.
So yeah, we are coming full circle in a way. Maybe even twice.
Yeah.
Yeah, a combination of me having bad movement and the game lagging a little bit again, for some reason, means I fell several times. Well...
Could be a Discord screen share issue. If I can get it running on VLC, I would recommend maybe not screen sharing, and I think that is.
Yeah, but then you would also have to tell Pi how to do that.
Yeah. I'll see if I can get it working, and I'll tell Pi.
Oh my god. Yep, this is gonna... I mean, it's considerable at this point to actually go kill myself and restart the level, because there is this timer going up here, and it will actually kill me if I don't get to the objective of the level fast enough. It's a really lenient timer, but, well, 1:30 already running and out, and I haven't made it past the start of the level. It's gonna get better in the other courses first. So far, have we had a Mario64 run this marathon which didn't have something weird going on?
I'm getting
Alright, I was
screwed
gonna
out.
mention,
Yeah, I was
sorry,
gonna say, did you want to like? Yeah, go
oh,
on.
sorry, good. I was going to mention something funny in that usually where you see a recovery heart or one of those one-up shrooms we just passed by is where I had trouble while testing the game. Just a little funny little note.
No, that's pretty funny to hear, honestly. Okay, blue coin switch successful. Now let's also get the blue coins without having freaky accidents. And make it back up there, which... I'm a little bit scared now. You can definitely do it without the timed box as you saw just now, but yeah, it requires actually doing good movement on the slope. Alright. And now I'm just gonna destroy the remainder of the path to the actual star. Because you can just jump to the end here. You're supposed to get that secret without the time allotted and then come back to get the star. But because of the mechanics we discussed so far, I can just do that. And I think it's actually about as fast as doing the triple jump that you, Andrew, that I have seen you do in runs.
Yeah.
So yeah, out of 1-3. Usually it's annoying for other reasons, which pertain to me not being able to do certain jumps, but okay, this is a journey. So let's just get to another level. Firefall Creek. This sure is a level. From Shining Stars 2, I have mixed memories from it, let's put it that way.
So yeah, this is inspired by the Shining Stars 2 level. I believe it's this model is from the old, I guess, Shining Stars 2 remake, which kind of goes into like how this hack like came to be by. Like I'm pretty sure it's kind of like an amalgamation of a lot of Shining Stars games, but this is like your final hack. Like, what was kind of like the process for that?
Yeah, so I was actually planning a Shining Stars 2 remake at one point. And so this was one of the levels I was working on. And at some point I just decided like, well, Shining Stars 2 by default, the level design is not very good. and so I kind of pivoted. I was actually explaining this with King Toe while I was developing it because he was like my main beta tester. But I was trying to develop the Shining Stars 2 remake levels, and I was like, yo, this level design is really bad. I don't know how I'm gonna remake this. So I just kind of like made a mix of all the Shining Stars hack levels. That's just kind of how that happened.
Well, I mean, I'm just trying to go through my head right now and like all my memories of Shining Stars 2 levels, and I can definitely see what you're saying, especially because I semi-recently replayed Shining Stars 2 and actually all the games in the series, really. But part of me is still like, you're just better nowadays, and surely you would have been able to figure something out. For some reason, I'm not the biggest Shining Stars 2 fan, and yet I would have liked to see it properly remade, but I'm not complaining about this here either, honestly.
Yeah. Yes, I could. I would have to remake all the levels like completely from scratch to do that. I'll say there's a lot of weird quirks in the original level models. A lot of weird faces that shouldn't be there, for example, or a lot of weird edges that it's a lot of weird stuff in those levels.
You know, the artifacts from old roll hacking times.
Yeah. Granted, those were made in 2015, so that was 10 years ago. So now it's like it'd be way different.
Right, that's another blue coin star down. It's one of the more fun ones, I would say. This is a pretty good parkour section. Now, just to nail in, well, first off the white frames, and also the fact that this roll hack has 45-degree wall kicks, which makes scaling this wall like that a lot easier. And now I'm gonna take it safe because you can just long jump back, but if you miss it, the backup is nasty. So yeah, I think we didn't have a lot of time to talk about that while talking about everything else, but that level just there with the 10 secrets, that's among my more favorite levels because it's one of the very open levels in the game. Like there's 10 secrets, you kind of go in a circle and you can devise your own best or most favorite route through the level. Most levels are not really going to have that luxury.
Yeah, this one's more, like, layout-wise, more like a traditional hack, as opposed to, like, the linear layout of pretty much every other level in the game. This is kind of more like 1-1, like a tutorial level, just like, this is kind of what you're getting into, like this kind of light Kaizo-ish gameplay.
Alright, damn it.
And yeah, as you can see, this game is pretty tough. Like, it does get into light Kaizo territory. I wouldn't really consider it a Kaizo hack. Like, if you're trying to get into harder hacks, I would recommend this one, and especially if you like the Shining Star series, but...
It's actually during Shining Stars 3's development. I just came up with a few rough ideas for this hack, and the main idea for like the level style, you know, going from point A to point B, actually came from Crash Bandicoot. So I was playing a lot of Crash Bandicoot at that time, and so I just kind of thought of, you know, ideas for how I could implement that in Mario 64.
And I suppose that overall it worked out, because overall this is considered a pretty good game, and I would say that most people only have gripes with just a couple of the levels for whatever reasons. We'll probably discuss them level by level as we get to the relevant places, but right now it's definitely chill.
I'd probably say this is my favorite in the Shining Stars series, but Shining Stars 3 and Repainted are both fantastic as well. They're all like really close in quality, and then there's a big drop off before 2 and 1.
Yeah,
they're classics. So what are you gonna do? They're big ones from the glory days, you know.
Yeah, when the community was young and so was everyone individually in the community, and you know, we just screwed around and found out. And yeah, I found a lot of coins here. This is just to nail in. No 100 coin stars and no coin caps. There's no god. Just get the damn blue coins.
Definitely no 262 coin stars. I will I will assure you.
Surely 263. Oops, I skipped it.
Damn it! Oh, it's over.
And now this is the section where we learn what you're made of, because if you cannot even make arch wall kicks, you're not fit for Kaizo. You better not start playing it. Well, I can still get that anyway. I mean, this is
pretty common Kaizo tech there. That's used a lot in this game.
It's actually appropriate too, because this is actually meant as a sort of training level for newer players to like Kaizo tech. So like, yeah, you have your arch wall kick section here. You just have just a couple of the wall kicks in this level that kind of help prepare the players for the later levels in this game and for later Kaizo hacks if they want to play this.
Yep. Does it do a good job? I'm not sure, because I think everyone's mileage will vary, but for the arch wall kicks, especially that section right there is probably the best sandbox one can think of. Or at least that comes to my mind right now. I haven't done levels in a long time, so I'm not really gonna be the, you know, the connoisseur of Mario level design. So you've got 12 stars, actually 13, and this text box tells you, congratulations, you've completely finished Overworld 1. This is gonna get relevant after Overworld 2, but for now, let me just get down here in the basement. So in the meantime, first off, rat jumps everyone, or else. And second, Pi, how do you come up with the styles of these levels?
Yes, so I think a lot of the time I'll either look at a game I've already played. In particular, this level is based on a couple things. There's a level in Crash Bandicoot: The Wrath of Cortex that kind of looks like this, as well as level theming from Toho 8 in Perishable Night, where there's the Bamboo Forest stage. And so there's a bit of mixing between level ideas whenever I start thinking of level up designs. And a lot of times I'll just start with a basic theme, such as like a grassland, and then from there I'll kind of think of, well, how can I make this a more unique take on just a basic level theme? So like this one, for instance, is a bamboo forest water type level. And one thing I wanted to do with this one was really include the floating platforms from Wet Dry World, and also the from Crash Bandicoot Wrath of Cortex. There's a level where Crash rolls down a bunch of slopes inside of like a ball. And so all these slides on the levels kind of take from that as well. So it's just a lot of combining different ideas from a lot of different sources.
Yeah, I have a feeling that I have either heard or just picked up from general experience of other people I've been around that this is kind of like fundamentals, like take a reference, then mix it in unique ways that fit your project. Hopefully I'm not just pulling stuff out of my ass here.
Yeah, that's pretty close.
Okay,
And,
now, a wall kick that you actually have to do more to the right than the visuals would make you think. But yeah, it was skipping a few jumps down there, so I never need to engage with those platforms in the middle. And in the meantime, what are we doing here? Well, we actually have to kill the 5 Chuckias in the level. That's the main objective. If you miss a Chuckia, you don't have any star to find, which is what I did once because I just forgot that's the level objective. I didn't kill the Chuckia I did just now, and then I was like, wait, what's going on? And that was as good as a run over, but it was just a practice run anyway, luckily.
I said earlier that most of these levels are like kind of like linear style, but sometimes you have levels like this where it's more like you have a more open space and you can. It's basically like a small objective, maybe collect all the things. For here, it's like kill all the Chuckies, stuff like that. Those have like little challenges like this. That's a kind of what it's all about, just smaller challenges, kind of a different structure to your normal Mario 64 hex.
Oh, damn it, that's not good.
Uh-oh. Okay, we're good.
There we go. So
Scary,
another
good.
quick note, sometimes I do take inspiration from other hacks as well. So a lot of these levels, it's kind of hard not to see because I actually use his textures a lot, but there's a lot of Brodu influence in some of the level design and textures. But also from other ROM hack developers, particularly the Gale95, she's made Zatara Tech. So yeah, a lot of times I'll take inspiration from their levels too, and also just kind of like, if I see something cool like that they've made, I'll kind of combine those throughout my level design as well.
For sure, yeah, they're some of the legends in the ROM hack community in terms of making hacks. Yeah, you could clearly see a lot of Starvin' Jade influence from the last level we were in.
Yes.
I mean, if I may add a footnote, how do we define a Starvenge 8 influence? Because there's a little fine
influence.
line between all of Toho is a Starvenge 8 reference or specific styling that fits the bill. But yeah, other than that, indeed, Fine Brody would have been good jumps for a long while, and with Gale, it's kind of just a natural synergy because she also makes great levels with her own Zatara Attack series. And stay tuned for Zatara Attack 3 one day, hopefully soon. Maybe. Either way, it's gonna be epic.
Foretale of the Decayed Stars, which is the hack she's currently working on, reportedly. We'll see. Hopefully she's making more stuff
Oh, yeah, that's
levels.
Yeah. A quick note about the level we're currently in, by the way. This level is directly taken from Rayman 2. So Rayman 2 is actually my second favorite game of all time. So yeah, this level is directly from there.
Whoa, you ripped from another game to put the level in your fan game? We would never.
Steal it? Weird.
You wouldn't download the car.
You would not download a car.
Okay, so welcome to this section. Obvious Rayman style influence. Why does it exist though? I'm not sure.
I just wanted to put in another Rayman reference.
Hell yeah, you could never have too many Rayman references on your SM64 Pi. And also welcome to this skip where if I'm not really bad at navigating on a twomp, I can just get to the top of the level immediately.
I've seen a couple skips I didn't know about so far, like here's like another one I wasn't aware of. I only did like 1 or 2 runs of this game, so like show it off at Rim, but
I might be dead at this point.
I'm sure Mushi found. Yeah.
Now you see what
I'm
happens
sure
when you
Mushi
take too
found
long.
really
You're
cool
just
stuff.
dead. Yeah, we might need to retcon to VOC or something like that.
Yeah.
Like,
I DM'd you instructions to get VLC going. Once you got that going, Mushi to stop the screen share.
That looks like I just got it actually.
You got it good? Okay, yeah, you can stop the screen share when you have a second, Mushi, and hopefully they'll fix your lag issues.
yeah, I'll try to do it after this. There we go. Like, I literally just needed
Very
to
nice.
do that jump.
Yeah, that's a lot faster. Yeah, very cool. Very cool skip.
I don't know if I found that out myself or it was you. The memories kind of blend together at this point between what I gather from your runs, Andrew, and what I get from myself. Okay, so
Yeah.
let's try to stop this. Holy shit, hopefully
Alright.
the thing breathes now. Alright, and immediately next does drop, with which I have a love-hate relationship. Like, amazing music at this point, a really nice port of Donkey Kong, I don't remember which one of them, Fear Factory. But at the same time, wow, this level is dangerous, and sometimes for quite the wrong reasons.
It's pretty tough. You might see the fire spitters are like a little different there with like the blue fire. Especially in older versions of this game, Pive messed around a lot with like different versions of fire spitters, ones that are way more dangerous and hard to avoid. It's like sometimes they'll like just explode, like they'll spawn like 3 fires or something. I think most of them have been like fixed, not really fixed, but you know what I mean, like kind of changed to like regular fire spitter physics. But that was a big thing in the earlier versions of this game.
Maybe for now, but there's also fire spitters which have splitting fires here. I think we already saw them in the
Yeah.
2-1. And here we go. More of them.
Yeah, there we go. Perfect.
What's
Yeah,
really
a
funny
lot
about
of
this,
different ones.
what's her name? CatX developed this, and there's an
Oh, yeah,
option
yeah.
to make these spawn infinitely. So while I was messing around with development, I think there's an option to where it spawns the Bowser fire. You know, when you're fighting or playing Bowser.
Oh yeah.
So if you put those with infinite spawning every frame, it just crashes the game very quickly.
Okay, I got saved in a good position here. Yeah, it's worth saying that the pipes here, not being flat ground, with the saving mechanic, can lead to some pretty nasty situations if you do fall off.
A little scary for sure. Yeah, you want to be really careful on these pipes.
This level, so there's actually a very early beta version of a Kaizo Shining Stars hack I made in, I can't remember, 2018 I think.
Ooh.
And I did have this level still. I considered putting it in, but I decided it was way too hard and I didn't.
Nice. I mean, are we talking about Dim Stars or was it something different at that point?
Yes, that would be Dim Stars at that point.
Yo, any Dim Stars fans in chat? All 3 of them, including King Toad?
Yes.
There are a lot of random like shining stars, like mini hacks. Like there was like 1.5 dim stars or like something like that. I don't know. You can find some random ones on romhacking.com that maybe aren't canon or anything, but this game tries to take some elements from them and like make it into a more complete package.
Yep, and
How
Pi,
does this?
how did you allow the Skeeter section to exist? Like, how was there not health and safety regulations for that? Because, you know, killing Skeeters, I wouldn't expect you would allow that to happen.
Well,
Kill them?
sometimes
No,
there's
it doesn't.
they have to have population control.
Oh, I see.
Rough. Yeah, you'd see it.
Okay, now this level, at this point, I'm genuinely scared. I was just gonna be
Okay.
like annoyed mood while explaining this level, but now with like the lag moments, this is gonna be a doozy because if you do this level perfectly, it's barely under 4 minutes.
Yeah, this is probably the longest level in the game, one of the longest for sure, and is pretty hard as well, especially for the point of the game it's in, like World 2. It's just a very, very long level with a bunch of secrets. It's a big linear path, and you have to collect 10 secrets among them. But the secrets are kind of hidden sometimes, so it's hard to find them. And like, you know, if you miss one, then it's pretty hard to go back. So you gotta be careful, and also you gotta...
Exactly, and guess my first experience with this level. Finding 9 out of 10 secrets and then realizing on the one section I actually skipped like one of the platforms which you're supposed to go on, and there was of course a secret there. Because like, I consider this pretty evil design. This is the opposite of 1-2, in which there's a linear path and you still have to get the 10 secrets. So it's more of a take the path that you intend to take instead of take a stroll in a circle around the level.
Yeah, this one's a tough one for sure. I might be brain rotted pie, but are those eyes a Treasure World reference, or is it just a Toho reference? It's probably just Toho, right?
Gotta be Toho.
I guess it's a Toho reference.
I just think of Treasure World when I see them, so because I got the Kaizo brain rot.
It's a Toho reference, but Treasure World does do a ton of Toho references, so I guess it's kind of both.
Yeah.
I might be a little bit backwards very noted, because for some reason I'm like, wait, doesn't Star Adventure 8 also have stuff like that? But that's probably just, you know, me drawing the Toho reference instead of actually. This here might be bad depending on the Twomp cycle.
I think you're kind of outside of the Thwomps area, so yeah, you're good.
Well, it's always a tricky game to guess that, because, you know, Twomps, like, these patterns are very bigger than the Twomp, so it really depends on whether the Twomp is centered or a little bit to the one side. Yeah.
Yeah, there's some custom stuff with the Thwomps as well that can go, like, super high up as opposed to, like, their normal height cycle or whatever.
Yep. Okay, this is just not going well right now.
Alright. Luckily, this game, again, it lends itself pretty well to the respawns. Like, you don't instantly die, so you just have to make sure you're keeping your health up throughout the run.
Yep.
Because, you know, going out of your way for some coins and wasting 10 seconds is better than wasting a minute, because you didn't.
I should stop blind jumping without actually learning the spots from which I need to jump, because, man...
No, I've done that one many times.
Yep, so because of this secret over here, we cannot do some awesome, like, building jumps and skip a good portion of this section. You know, like, this one was meticulously crafted to make sure you take the path.
Yeah, there's a lot of tiny skips you can do to get to the end, but you do need the secrets, so they're not really that useful.
Okay, that was just on me this time.
I think this level is supposed to be like a final challenge for Overworld 1. Actually, I think that's what that was meant to be.
Yeah, I believe that. It's certainly the hardest one in the overworld. Ooh, nice.
Nice. Okay, Skullbug, don't jump off the platform. I need you right now. I will take your soul to victory,
Please.
probably.
Thank you. As long as you got more than 4, you're good. It's like
Exactly.
you have a fall and you're all set.
Also, I think the song in this level, by the way, is top 3 for me, by the way.
There's so many good songs in this game. This is probably one of my favorite ROM hack soundtracks of all time, and the fact that it didn't win Soundtrack of the Year is criminal, and I hate the community. Anyway.
Who won that one? How did the story go there?
You're like, oh, I played decades later, that means it's good. that means it's the best soundtrack. I haven't played Shining Stars 4 because it came out last week. I'm not going to do my research before voting. Anyway.
Yeah, well,
This is a lot of
popularity
society.
contests. I'm going the wrong way already. GG.
Yeah, that's okay though. I also made songs for decades later too, so.
Yeah,
Anyway,
so Pi wins in spirit anyway, we're all good.
Yeah,
Pi's always been
wins.
one of the
That's
premier,
good.
always been one of the premier like music makers in the community. Like a lot of people's favorite ports, even in like Bro Dude hacks and Gale hacks maybe to an extent. Like a bunch of hacks have Pi ports.
I am
We can
not
look at the bottom
making large room packs anymore. I am doing music still, and Louder Monkey Boy, you know, he's made Apocalypse and a couple other ones. I made a lot of songs for his upcoming hack coming soon.
Ooh, very excited about that.
Ooh, nice teaser.
Yep.
Was it Journey
Also
to
a couple
Infinity,
other ones.
or is he making something
Yeah.
else?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes, Journey to Infinity.
nice, about time.
Also, assuming it ever comes out, I don't know if this is coming out anytime soon, but Yoshi Commits Tax Fraud, I've also made a few for that one.
Yo,
Don't worry, that'll come out like Christmas 2017 probably. Like, don't worry.
so 77. Yep, that's a clear. That's an average raw hack community release date. What the hell am I doing? Yeah, that's what I'm doing. So next up we need to go to the garden. I don't even know if it has a more official name than Sanctuary Garden, and I don't actually know where it fits in the Shining Stars series. What is this a remake of, if anything?
Yes.
I think this is an Arian 3 fusion, right?
Kind of. It's kind of based on one. So in Serene Fusion, actually, there's a level I made which is based on a Toho 11 level, and this is kind of like taken from that first initial garden area in that level.
Yep.
Okay.
This level is actually supposed to be, you're supposed to actually chase MIPS and get a star, but MIPS is apparently the worst thing ever to get working in Mario 64.
Oh god.
Yeah, that's why
imagine.
Rokas have left
Even
static
imagine
ellipses
being
there for like 10 years, and there's still no end in sight about that one, even with the comp stuff.
Nobody has figured out MIPS. It's been like 15 years of ROM hacking and no one's figured him out.
Yeah.
Maybe Agro did
And
because
apparently-
Escape from the Geo Definitive Edition.
Yeah, I guess Agalab. That's like different completely. Like, he does some weird stuff with MIPS there.
And I can't remember what it. Yeah, Agleb said something with MIPS was wrong whenever you use ROM Manager, which is why it doesn't work. I just can't remember what he said was wrong with it. But it just doesn't work with ROM Manager at all.
And yeah, I mean, it would be even worse in the pre-ROM manager times, aka editor level importer times.
Yeah. But,
So now, welcome to Garden at Nighttime. We do the exact same thing, killing all the enemies, but first off, this time they are Chokyas, so they take like 5 seconds each time you grab one. I swear, this time I'm like actually dropping them or throwing them as soon as possible. That's just how Mario 64 works. And second, they're in the exact same positions in the Skeeters, if I recall correctly from my vague memories.
It's, at least this area is a nice break after 2-2. Like, after like the hardest level in the game or whatever, you're just there, you're just having a chill break to kill some enemies.
Hell yeah. Yeah, just your local genocide area.
No, that sucks.
Yeah, we do not condone that for Fangame Marathon and safety purposes. Obviously.
Everything.
And there's some nice models here in the top. Is there any deeper meaning behind them?
let's see. So we have a planet. So we actually have a planet, a sun, and a star, and a Skeeter statue. You actually kind of see this theming through the entire project. But those just kind of show the player that they're in like a separate dimension from what they're normally in, pretty much. Except for the Skeeter statue. The Skeeter statue I just put there because I like Skeeters, of course.
Awesome. Okay, so this part over here, this is 1- boss. I will like note to you that we just completed overall 2 levels. So yeah, interesting. Nice. I
The
feel
whole structure's a little weird. But, ooh, nice. I didn't know about that one either.
Yeah, and that's not the nice firsty. So that's not the only problem. The other problem with this is that it requires 23 stars to walk the warp to this level. You can probably see right now what kind of what number of stars I have, and I think you can do the math. Oh wow.
There's pretty much no flexibility in routing or anything, even if you're trying to do like an intended star count run, which I believe is like 56 or something.
Yeah. No, actually it's 49, but that's if you...
49, really?
Yeah, if you skip the stars in the final level on purpose.
Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Which I did once, because I was like, okay, this is a really bad 100% run, so let's turn it into any percent, and...
This isn't really a game you play for any percent, like, you might as well, like, you finish the entire thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah, this is Rollhack only for the real fans, you better stick with it.
If you're a Shining Stars enjoyer, this is like a ultimate love letter to the series, I'd say. Like, just the remixes of every other level, and like, again, like it's harder, so you're gonna, the real Shining Stars fans like will be committed to this one.
So yeah, and to finish off the discussion about the star count, I'll try not to shit on it directly anymore, but I was like, there's a bomb telling you that the warp appears on and off at times, and to make it stable you need to take 23 stars, so it would have been probably shitty for speedruns and consistently, but kind of nice as a novel gameplay idea. To make the warp actually have a chance to appear, that depends on your star count, getting to 100 with 23 stars. But yeah, I don't know, maybe I'm just smoking crack.
That would be a cool idea for something. But I will say, I probably will update this soon, and I do want to make an easier version because I did get a lot of comments saying that the game was too hard for like the really casual players. So I think I will do an easier version at some point. I just don't know when.
That'd be pretty cool. Yeah, I think the earlier versions of this game were like way harder. Like you made like a lot of like nerfs that were very appreciated and help out a lot.
Oh yeah, I'm playing on 1.3, so if anyone picks this up, it's like a direct upgrade to the previous versions, especially in a certain level that is yet to come for like playability not lagging like crazy, or so I've heard. So yeah, definitely play on the latest version.
I should also mention a cool strat where that Mushi did earlier, where he dropped off the shell, and like when you're like on water or something, you can like drop off the shell and you'll have enough speed to get a wall kick. So he did that, hit the wall kick, and pretty much skipped most of the level.
Okay, so welcome to the big bully boss fight, which is actually multiple big bullies, which are small bullies but reskinned, and you just have to kill all of them. I think this concept like continues spiritually an idea from Shining Stars 2, where there was a whole level completed with basically the same bullies. All of them are big visually, but only one of them is the real boss big bully.
Yep.
These are some interesting fire spitters with the shock waves that you usually see in the Bowser fight. These are probably my favorites.
Yeah, I like them too.
These are also the ones that would crash the game if they are infinitely spawning.
I believe that. I believe that completely.
Oh yeah, is it like you're creating new objects but not deleting them, so eventually hitting the object cap? That would be funny.
Yep, that's pretty much it.
Oh well.
And fun fact, Bowser also does that if you rewrite his code to spawn more shockwaves infinitely. So yeah, if you let Bowser do that too, yeah, it just crashes.
Alright, so finally we get our first key 25 stars in, so we can take this door, which is very tempting if you don't know where to go and you're scrambling to find your last stars in the first 2 overworlds to, you know, actually proceed with the game. And now we are here, which is the 4 Seasons Gateway Overworld 3. This is based on Shining Stars 2 levels, and well, first off, let's focus on this one because it's gonna be brutal. There's 2 skips available for this level. Let's see what luck I have today, or well, skill, I don't know. Maybe? Yes! Now, only to not die the rest of the level, because this is a slide level, so there's no save count except the beginning of the level. The save count gimmick that we discussed earlier, that will spawn you in the middle if you fail, doesn't work here, and unfortunately... no! Oh, that was a event. So now I
crazy angle.
do like the second skip. Like instead of doing intended, you can just jump immediately to these wall kicks and save something like 8 seconds as opposed to the 15 that the other skip saves. Man, I got the skip, and then of course the rest of the level had a piece of its mind. That's... yep.
Hopefully you don't spawn down there. Okay, I was gonna say.
No, you don't. I've done that before and I figured out... no. And actually that's probably also because it's a slide terrain level. Man, I suck at this right now. I should go for intended at that point, but it's also kind of... like, it's not easier than this, honestly, considering the design of the level and whatnot.
We got the other skip even. I mean, you nailed that easy first try.
Of course, obviously, magic of the first eye, and then, yeah. Also be careful, because if you don't stay in the center of those, what are they called? Rainbows? Like slide... yeah, whatever, the rainbows.
Besides, yeah.
You may actually end up approaching them as if you're walking upwards on them, and then you immediately go into better slide and lose control, and will definitely die by the end of the current track. Okay, with how this is going right now, I will take it safe, because if I do a triple jump, something will probably prevent me from finishing it. Or I can just die to Twomp. No.
Yeah, this one's really annoying because again, it's all slide terrain, so you pretty much can't die. Like it gets rid of the.
Oh, nice! I got the not quicksand ledge gap.
Perfect.
Yeah, shoot. That's when I was testing. I found out that the checkpoint code actually doesn't work with slide terrain at all. But then, if you remove the slide terrain from the level, the slopes aren't steep enough to where Mario will actually slide down the slide.
Yeah, it's either or. Like, I get it, but it just makes for one of the worst levels in the game for me.
Yeah.
I'm, like, interested in the technical details here. Is the checkpoint code... because I'm pretty sure this hack is not decomp, so is the checkpoint code based on decomp, where the define says default terrain for checkpoints, default terrain, so slide terrain doesn't count? Or what's the deal there?
Yeah. Yes, this code is actually written by AgLab for decades later.
Oh,
and
nice.
I think it's the way that he wrote it to where the slide terrain. There's some weird stuff with the slide terrain, 'Cause I was reading through the code once. There's some weird checks in there. Actually, I'm wondering if Brodu did a special collision type in Decades Later, because I don't think the slide levels in that game have this issue.
I'm sure he did. Decades Later has a lot of like weird custom stuff. It also uses like C injection, which is a pretty like rare thing to see in ROM hacks, and it's apparently really hard to do. Like instead of using decomp, you just like inject C code into the game, and like.
Oh yeah, that's what I had to do with this. And figuring out this checkpoint took like 3 or 4 days of just looking through code.
Oh man, it must have been really
Now that sounds like joy.
Yeah.
And thank god I'm out of 3-2, holy shit. We'll save the other major skip for later, because I think I'm doing different level order than I'm doing this overload, and that's because we have the hard level and my favorite level in the game right here. Yeah, that's
this one's great, yeah.
Also, as a someone made a slide that requires you to belly slide the whole time.
Wait.
I don't think so, but
I'm sure it's around.
somewhere.
I'm sure I got some
Brain farting. So yeah, one thing Andrew will actually quickly notice is that I'm gonna go completely the opposite way from his route. If he remembers
like
his route, that is.
A different route. Yeah, it definitely wasn't this. I can totally see this being faster. I didn't do a ton of strat hunting for this game, but...
Well,
yeah.
actually, this is on par with your route. When we remove the mistakes from your route, from the SRM run, that is.
Yeah.
So like, it's just a matter of style preference at that point. And yeah, I prefer this one. Why is that? I think that's because of the later secrets, but I'll remember properly when we get there. Okay, I very good use that. Nice.
I'm actually not sure what this level's inspired by. Which one's this?
Shining Stars 2 Course 14.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, it's a lot of the SS2 remake levels are the ones I have trouble like figuring out.
Yeah, and it's not because of this ROM hack. It's because of SS2. Let's spell it out.
That more experience with like 3 new games.
I'd get a little more creative with these because, as mentioned before, the level design in Shining Stars 2 is not that great.
Yeah. Take some creative liberties. I think that's the best way to go for an SS2 remake.
Yeah. I would say, this level, it would have been way worse in the original plan because this was a flower ride level, which is why there's flowers everywhere.
Oh.
Is Flower Ride 64 still coming out? I've been interested in this.
No, you're not interested in this.
The people need to know, Pi. When's your long-awaited hack coming out, man?
He's just looking for more Pi SM64 hacks. Don't listen to him, please.
I need more Flower Ride content, man.
Yeah, obviously. Oh, man, you're actually making me sweat here.
Sweat. Just thinks about Flower Ride and starts like sweating profusely. Like, please no, no more.
I will neither confirm nor deny the status of Flower Ride 64.
Fair enough.
What the hell am I doing here? Bad things apparently. Yeah, I'm supposed to take 1 lava bounce, not 2.
Oh, good, oh, good.
Yeah, trust.
Careful, SpongeBob.
Yeah, excuse me, I'm just kind of losing it. SpongeBob, yep.
It's actually really funny about the Flower Ride because I was talking to Brodu about something completely unrelated a couple months ago. He actually gave me a really good and terrible idea for Flower Ride.
Damn, what
do you got? Hold.
Hold.
Hack of the year is a Pi and Brodu collab for Flower Ride. That would be cinema.
Oh,
what's Mario in the multiverse? What's Patchmaker's Workshop? Who needs those? You got Flower Ride.
Yes.
Okay, and this level, fuck it. I'll leave the commentators commentate this level.
Yeah, this one's a tough one. So this is I believe a mix of Course 11 from Shining Stars Repainted, I think, and something else that I'm forgetting, but.
Yes, this is, oh gosh, what's the name of this level? Winter Workshop.
Yep.
And so this is a mix of, yes, Course 11 from Shining Stars Repainted with a little bit of theming from Wintry Wasteland from Shining Stars 1.
Oh. Oh, I guess I can see that, yeah.
Yeah, this one's another pretty tough one.
Okay, now I'm taking this freaking slow because even though you can get stuck here, which is avoidable with jump kicks, yeah, I'm just gonna get stuck there and take it easy. Whoops. Yep, 6 HP. I'm not counting my HP again, which means I have to do a weird jump. There we go. Shoutouts to the jump accessible with or well achievable by holding the Z button off of steep slopes. I think Andrew mentioned that in Eternal Realm run, so
Yeah.
people who follow
That's a
the
common Kaizo tech.
SM64 Rollhack cinematic universe of speedruns will remember that one.
You could see that in like 12th pixel of the run.
Oh man. Yeah, that was a run for the ages.
We got through it, Mushi, alright? we fought and we overcame.
Absolutely. Okay, so here's to more wall kicks. Yeah, actually I'm an opponent of 45-degree wall kicks because it's not vanilla, so it's not natural. And not actually for the reasons that you can bonk and get in real sticky situations that usually the vanilla wall kicks will not let you in. But anyway, I learned that in here you better do the 45-degree wall kicks because it's just the easiest way by miles to deal with these sections. Okay, can you like explode and not in my face? Yeah, thank you. Okay, and this part where, yep, I was gonna say that has happened before and I was going to try to avoid it, but they say show don't tell, so here we are.
Yeah, it's tough jump, fair enough. Again, this is a tough one. I feel like a lot of like this World 3 is harder than even like World 4 and 5 levels. Like I remember struggling the most with a lot of these.
Quite honestly. Yeah, by the time we reach 3 Dark Boss, spoilers that that's upcoming, sometime soon, not immediately, that would be like the break level of the overworld. Imagine that.
The boss, yeah.
Yep.
Why am I going this way? Hello, abort mission. I got the blue coins, I don't need to go there.
We're good.
This is a professional speedrun, remember. Yeah, to be honest, I'm not going to hide. I'm not here to showcase like my own prowess because it's not there. Okay, that's a lag spike. I'm here to showcase the great game that this is in general. Like, I'm running this to play this, to have this on the marathon for more people to see.
Yeah, this game is great, yeah. I'm glad you're showing it off.
Yeah, that's how most of my runs try to be. The vision.
You gotta see the author's vision.
Okay, now can we get this? Oh! I did need to go to the blue coin section because of the switch. I'm falling apart. Damn it.
You know, I should have noticed that, and I should have said something. That's fair enough.
Yeah, that's amazing.
That one I was like, wait, is that area just for blues?
Yeah,
I
at some point
remember.
you just... Wait.
You do have to go over there, because I remember I was really trying to find some bomb clip strat or something to get past that door. I found some stuff that like got really close, but it was really hard, and I couldn't find anything consistent. I got asked sharp or something.
Wait, actually, it gets even worse. I just remembered. I think either we all suffer brain damage, or you guys are just being nice to me. I did not even attempt the blue quiz.
You know what? Brain damage is fine. Sometimes you gotta have some.
I mean,
Actually, I think I did see you hit the blue coin switch, but then you continued with the level.
Right.
Oh, you just didn't get the blue coin. Oh yeah, never mind.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
was
brain
probably
damage.
too scared with my 2 HP, even though that's usually what happens, case in point. Like, that's how I play the blue coins anyway, so, yeah.
It's all good. We're getting through it.
Yeah, thanks, Vi, for noticing in the first place. It doesn't matter that you didn't tell me, because this is just quite funny at this point.
I wasn't sure, so I was like, I didn't know if you got it or not, and then you just kept going. I was like, oh, maybe you got it.
That's fine.
Yeah, that's how, you know, that's what confidence does. That's a lesson for the real world. Like, have confidence, because then people will follow you along, even if you're doing the dumbest shit in the world.
Have confidence, but not too much.
I mean, that's
Because then you'll miss it.
yeah, that's the ideal recipe, but some people do just fine with overconfidence. Usually at the expense of
Or
other
under.
people. I mean, society. That's what this stream is turning
Society.
into.
We truly live in the bottom text.
Oh yeah, yeah. Okay, I'm definitely doing scaredy cat strats because you see I collected 3 out of the 5 coins just in case I mess up the low kicks again, so I have even more backup.
All good.
No, this is the 3rd time, so 3rd time's the charm. Like, come on.
this is a level where playing it safe is very helpful, especially like some of the longer levels in the game. Like you gotta really play it safe, especially with getting coins and saving some.
Okay, there we go. And now, yeah, that was the last effective jump of the level, but it's not over because here's the boss fight. Mr. Wigwar of the Aquarius variety.
Yes.
I believe this guy's a reoccurring character from Shining Stars 3. I think it'd be one. There's a lot of reoccurring lore characters, you know, in the Shining Stars series, but they're always stuff like Dank Time Rock or something, you know, like, I don't know, like random guys like that.
Later.
This guy, all he wants is a car. That's literally it. That's the lore.
He just wants a car, yeah. He wants a Prius or whatever, yeah.
And honestly, I want to get a grip at this point. I need to wait for the star before escaping the level.
I should also mention this this kind of floor type here, the electric. It's like a custom floor type. It's not like quicksand or lava or anything. It's basically you hit it and you'll take 2 hits, but you can bounce out of it. It's pretty cool. Maybe you'll hit it at some point, but or maybe you shouldn't. But
okay,
yeah,
another major skipping coming. I hate whoever invented that one, and I hate Andrew for basically revealing it with his own run.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
No, it's fine.
I found this one.
Oh.
Nice, good job.
Nice.
So yeah, that one.
Yeah, and
These 2 little skips here, you can skip a good portion of the level.
You need to land on the right part of the slope there, so you need to be like facing upwards from the slope, otherwise you will swipe immediately. That's just how slopes work in Mario 64. It's quite a quirky thing, and when you need to abuse it, oh boy, are you in for a fun time.
Gotta love slopes.
But yeah, second try this skip is awesome, because I've had some practices where I just couldn't get it for minutes in a row, and yeah, not a good place to miss the cat. Okay, right after the skip, right, just gives you all the commodity in the level, because there's even a recovery card, not just a coin ring, so like the hard part of the level is basically over.
Yeah.
So that's really nice.
This one again is like another one I couldn't figure out. It is a Shining Stars 2 remake, and like it's so remade to the point where it's barely recognizable. There's like one element of this level that I can recognize, and it's that
this
little
one, right?
target area. The target, yeah.
Yeah, that basically identifies the whole level as a Shining Stars 2 level. I mean, the bomb in the overworld tells you that all of these will be Shining Stars 2 levels, except the Tidal Trial that's coming up next.
Yep.
Actually,
Yeah,
no,
sure.
the
And,
levels. The boss level is also Shining Stars 1 instead.
Yes, and the Winter Workshop. That one was repainted.
Damn it. Okay, so it's like the claim of Shining Stars 2 is actually completely falling apart at this point.
Say half of
Not the
half
analogy.
more.
Okay, there's the star, then I can get out of here, which is really nice. I
I
wonder
agree.
how Idle Time is gonna go. And now you can actually just get back to the warp here, which I think is faster than jumping twice. So like with enough HP, or with a little HP, you can just die once and be out, but
Yeah.
otherwise it's better to do this. Okay, now I think we go to the right first for this pipe, and welcome to Tidal Trial. So yeah, you have an entire style of levels to tell us about here, Pi, because I think it's just this, and it's like source level in Shining Stars 3, but it's pretty strongly themed after something which I'm not cultured enough to recognize.
Yes. This one, so as I mentioned before, I was playing Crash Bandicoot, so this is based on a Crash Bandicoot level.
Oh yeah, the name of the attack, Tsunami, which comes from Crash Bandicoot's, I think, Wrath of Cortex? That would be a giveaway.
Yes. Yes, that's right. It's
Yeah,
so funny.
this is very similar to a Shining Stars 3 level, Course 9.
Yeah, Course 9 of Shining Stars 3. And it's funny because I remember playing Wrath of Cortex as a kid, and the only level I remember as a kid was that one, which is why
Oh!
I modeled the level after it.
Yeah, it's always nice when childhood memories contribute to whatever you make yourself.
Yeah.
At which point, I think it's as good time as ever to plug what you're actually doing nowadays, Pi, because you're done with ROM hacks. So how is Celestial Explorer doing?
Yeah, so actually, yeah, I just graduated from school, and part of my thesis project was making a prototype for that. And so, yeah, I've been developing a 3D platformer, and that's made a prototype for that for school, but after that, I'm just making a couple of small projects before going back to it.
I'm super excited about that. It's been in the works for a while. I'm pretty sure. I remember hearing about it for a couple of years, so I'm very excited to see what you're cooking.
Thanks, yeah. And hopefully this year I will release another small Mario 64 themed quote-unquote project that's pretty much Mario 64.
Oh boy, people just keep eating with pie, even if it's nice release.
Yes. So, yeah, I will hopefully make that. Hopefully release that sometime this year. We'll see. By making that an Unreal Engine, and hopefully, yeah, should be good.
Yeah.
So far, Mario 64 hackers have a good track record when it comes to making real games. If you guys haven't heard, Brodude is making Hero Quest 64, which is a big, really cool project. Has gotten a lot of money on Kickstarter. I think it's gonna get like a Switch 2 port even. Like the big leagues are coming for Mr. Dute.
Yes, please play that when it comes out. I played it; it's really good. It's so good.
Really great demo. Had a lot of fun with it.
I played it, I will say it is good, it does catch an itch, but I will prefer Celestial Explorer, from what I've seen so far. I'm totally making friends with Brodude right now, but, you know, that's just how it is for me.
Oh,
Okay.
speaking of, hello, King Toad. King Toad, the guy in chat, is the person who tested this hack with me. So if anything is bad, it's his fault. No, I'm just kidding.
Obviously. Yeah, I did also play the demo of Celestial Explorer and leave feedback, or at least the demo when it was relevant for the thesis.
Yes, it was very helpful. Thank you for that, by the way.
Getting myself, like, begging for shoutouts, that's how it feels like, but thanks for the thanks. So yeah, this level, this is a remake of the, at this point, infamous Shining Stars 1 Slasher Painted Bowser 3 level. Actually, it's only infamous in 1 interpreted. It's kind of good, it's just way too long for its own good, but yeah, it's like the big finale of the level, and that one takes inspiration from Super Mario 74, which kind of made a long level with a lot of red coins, and adds its own, hey, I'm gonna make a medley level where we go through a little section representing every part of the game.
Yes.
And here it's kind of like that, but it's probably the best version of this level by far.
Just an example of the electric floor I was talking about earlier, where it took 2 damage, but you're able to like jump out of it. You don't have that much control in the jump, so like you can kind of like ease your way out of it if you're in a precarious spot. But you don't have that much movement options if you're stuck in there.
Yeah, the first time we actually saw this was in 1-3, I think was the exact level, and we didn't pay too much attention to it because luckily I didn't fall into it. Oh, that was the, like, I'm holding the A button and approaching the Electrophonia specific way, so I'm not getting stunned, I'm just getting the jump back.
Oh, I actually didn't know about that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, you can abuse that, I think, in 1-3, but like kind of minorly, not too much. And now I'm going to do a skip. There's a Koopa Shell box, and you're supposed to use it to go to another section of the level, but now that we've got the Blue Coin Switch Star, we do not need to do any more of this.
I would really wish I knew about that one. That is a big skip.
I think you discussed it with King Toad during your run, but it was kind of speculative, like you weren't aware if it's possible or not. Then I tried it out, and it turns out this is all you need to do. So, well,
I didn't know because I'd done 2 runs of this game, didn't you?
Well, me too, so what's your excuse? Okay, I think that's kind of a dangerous position for Bowser, I'm not quite sure. No, okay, I guess it's the other level where the border is actually raised. Yep, very skilled Bowser fight. There's a lot of enemies spawning here, so just wait for Bowser to come for you, because it's the second Bowser variation from Vanilla where he can teleport. That's to your advantage here, honestly.
Bowser does have some weird physics here that you'll see it later.
Says, you have world record. What do you mean you didn't know?
Yeah, because I'm the only other runner, and I'm not skilled enough to like just take it. Even though it's quite up there for grabs.
We gotta run this game again, man. we gotta lock in. We get sub 130 or something.
That's completed over 3 now, which means I can take this door immediately. Really nice spawn after the boss.
Again, those are some of like the hardest levels in the game. Never going to World 4, which these ones are still pretty hard. But
At least my star count will, by the measures of this game, skyrocket now for a little bit. Because up here we have a Toad and a Mips.
Yes.
And yeah, somehow that's worth the same amount of effort as the level I just did. In star count, that is.
By the way, that telescope room in the overworld totally wasn't a reference to Star Road, if you know the area from Star Road.
Yeah, I definitely see it.
Yeah, quite on the nose, to be honest.
Yeah.
I mean, Star Road is a good reference in that regard. Like, that was a pretty nice way to make the warp to the next overworld. And it also fits here, of course. Okay, welcome to 4-A Frozen Flood, aka the level in which Pi decides all the spin drifts are gonna be in the worst positions possible, probably in revenge for all the killed brethren throughout all of Mario 64 history. Like,
This level's so cool, but wow, the spin drifts are just brutal.
Well, and these wall kicks here too. I think I could have actually skipped the first wall, but I forgot.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be the last time.
Yeah, you got this like mirror gimmick where like the stuff in the back is like real, and the stuff in the foreground is not.
Shoutouts to Paper Mario 64 for this gimmick, by the way. My favorite game of all time.
Always a fun one.
Hell yeah, I thought you were just ripping off a Bro yeah, with, you know, he's making a Celeste reference in Star Revenge 3.9, then you're making... Oh boy, thank god the cloud works like that. That's probably the nastiest cloud in the level. I think I haven't made it a single time through there without bonking. Kinda embarrassing, but oh well. So yeah, it's much better to be playing it somewhat safe here and not fall off than, well, fall off, but so far so good.
It's funny, in the original plans for this level, there was a rising water plane that would act like quicksand.
Oh, you couldn't get enough of Tidal Tile, I suppose.
That would have been interesting.
Yeah,
I think some sections of this level are like too horizontal for that to like be working. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you're going sideways for too much of it.
Yeah, you quickly see the problem of why that didn't work.
Okay, I'll take it like this here because there's a couple of 1-ups or like wife reviews here, and I will like just leave the first one in case I mess up on this last floor. Ooh, okay, thank god there's still 3D even in the 2D levels, because if that Goomba was on the same axis as me, instead of being further to the back, I might have gone in trouble. But
That Goomba's knocked me off before, and that spin drift's knocked me off before. It's very annoying.
Okay, at this point this is like a major time save and even a gold, like wow.
Nice.
Okay, so I think my route through this overworld in general is like kind of again inverse of yours, Andrew, and the purpose of it is to try to take the levels in couples like this where I can jump from one level to the next one because the platforms are close enough to each other.
Yeah, a lot of the routing in this game doesn't matter too much. It's mostly just like get all the levels done.
Yeah, which
this
is why
this one right here is really hard.
I haven't timed the overworld movement for which one is actually faster. I just did the thing where I do what feels better to me. Holy shit, okay, I'll take it, I'll take it.
Whoa.
Yeah, this is one of the nasty jumps of the level. I originally considered this one of the easier levels, but since then I have been taking some risky frisky jumps and it has destroyed my butt a few too many times by now.
Would that be possible, Kingto? Because like it's a 2D, right? Like when you're in like a 2D level like that, it's really not that possible to get out of the 2D axis.
I'm pretty damn sure it would be a troll star anyway.
It better be a troll star, man. You're gonna make 73 star thing.
I think it actually has the same star ID as the star you collect.
Okay, so we're safe, we're good.
Yeah, that's the other option, is just I wasn't thinking of it because, you know, it doesn't go transparent immediately after you collect the other star, which I guess is fair because the stars actually only update when you enter a new level. So, yeah, okay, it all checks out.
There's no collision back there anyway, so you wouldn't be able to get back there.
I mean, don't underestimate the Super Mario 64, whoever is doing all the kind of stuff like that.
And here's gonna be the first instance of these beat blocks here. Pretty common if you've heard Star Revenge 4.9 before. It's kind of 4.9, 3.5 and 3.9. They kind of introduced these beat blocks, and they're used here as well.
Yeah, like to all the Celeste fans. By the way, the next one is Celeste 2, so hopefully there's a few who decide to come here early.
Yep, the Celestes.
Okay, so right now I will not rush this one, I will wait for the block to come back, because it turns out there's actually no benefit to rushing this one, because you need to wait for this next cycle anyway.
I will say,
Oh boy, oh boy, that was really close.
Whoa, my goodness.
This one is
I will say,
something.
one of my
Oh,
goals
yeah,
with
this
this
level
project
is so
was...
scary.
Oh, sorry.
You're good.
Oh, sorry, I was saying, one of my goals for this project was putting in a new mechanic in every level. And so you've kind of noticed there's at least one thing new in each level so far.
Mhm.
So, like, the beat blocks are introduced here, for instance. There's a lot of just cool little touches in here that's added every once in a while.
Lots of cool custom stuff in this game for sure.
I think that's true. Maybe I cannot recall 100% of the levels off the top of my head, but I can recall most of them and identify what makes them, like, why is this level basically, and why does it exist in the wrong rank. And speaking of, welcome to Star Road. Welcome to
Speaking
Raven
of
again,
Star Road
and
2.
just, holy. Are you in for a bang with this level? So, confession.
The top one boat's one of my favorites, for sure.
Yep. I have never really got the point of Heavenly Ascent in Shining Stars 3, like kind of war-wise, as well as why do people enjoy that level so much. And with this level, I guess it's kind of an improvement because there's no war anymore, but other than that, well, I hope we move without too many problems, so that I don't have to hate this level.
That's probably my least favorite in Shining Stars. Maybe not my least favorite, but I don't love Heavenly Ascent in SS3.
Oh my god!
This level's super nice.
That was a save. That's like the minimum distance you can pass while getting, like, fired. Why do I feel like I'm missing a secret? Hopefully not.
If not, it's pretty easy to recover. You have the wing cap in this level, so you can go around a little more freely than other levels.
I feel like this level works better than Heavily Ascent in that Heavily Ascent you have to climb the same path multiple times, and this one you just go it through point A to point B. I think that's part of the reason why.
Yeah, actually, when I mentioned 1-2 for the 10 secrets and the kind of circular path where you can choose what to do in the level, well, this level would be the other one that fits the bill, and yeah, I do like it for that, because you can definitely make your own strats and routes for this. There's probably one dominant strat, because the level is still linear, you still have to go certain places to collect the secrets, but hey, you can play around. Okay, that's about as useful as the wing cap can be for me here. And now, welcome to the next, like, episode of Do an Arc Walk. There we go.
Oh, there we go.
Wait, yep. That's the one. Alright.
I'm gonna say behind you, Mushie.
Oh. Well, I guess I'm doing fine. I think so. So yeah, you're not quite supposed to climb these no cheats like this, but it works because they are not too slippery. Now that I'm with the book coin switch, because of the book coins restoring HP, it's less likely that I'll die, it's just likely that I waste time by falling off in really stupid ways. Also this flame, which I will actually wait out this time, because usually it's a really tight jump to not get flamed by it. Because it actually intercepts you in midair, it's kind of funny. But not very nice for right here. Okay, if this is 7, then I think I might be in trouble. Wait, 7, 8, 9? I'm really not sure. No, I think I'm fine.
I can't remember off the top of my head.
I think I'm fine because there's one here and one after the pipe, which is the last unvisited area in the level. Yeah, like this is where we have to end, but first off a little detour to this section, which has the Bob-omb Council.
Yeah.
The dudes!
The dudes! So, fun fact, if the bombs explode, I thought for a while it was like when they get exploded by a flame specifically, but apparently it's just all the time. 5 damage, so I hope you don't get...
Is it really?
Yeah, 5 damage.
That's crazy.
Actually, that comes from, so,
Oh, wait.
I mentioned before the fire spitter code. Kat actually put in, or she actually changed the damage counter for the bomb explosion to be 8 instead of, I think it's 3 in vanilla. Yeah, she changed it to 8.
Oh, 8.
Used to be an insta kill, bro.
So yeah, I found out where that was. I changed it to 5, but yeah, her code by default changed it to 8. In earlier versions of the game, you would die instantly if you got exploded by a bomb or bomb.
Of course, that like that kind of code, usually how much you get damage is just a number, so it shouldn't be a difficult thing to change. But the fact that it started at 8 is still remains funny.
Yeah. And I did joke with King Toad that I was going to leave it as 8, but I decided to change it ultimately in the end.
Yeah, thank God. With Fangames, it's pretty often that the creators decide to do something which turns out to be way too difficult, and when they walk back on it, it's amazing because, you know, not everyone is as good at the game. Some people are, but if you want more people to play your game, better make it easier.
Yes.
Oh, this is not gonna be good. Wait, how do I do this jump here? Okay,
Yeah, this clock level's pretty scary.
But it's still the best version of the clock level from like Shining Stars 2. Okay, blue coin
I
sale means
like the
kind of safe.
I like the repainted version just because of the music. That song is incredible. But other than that, like, yeah, this is probably one of the best.
Right. Okay, so now I'll be trying another skip, and I'm not really confident anymore. But at least this one is not immediately over dead ground. So it's a precise triple jump double wall kick.
That's pretty tough.
I think you actually did it in your run.
I do remember doing this one. There is a bit of pretty precise training.
Yeah, exactly.
Kind of does, yeah, King Toad.
Yeah, oh yeah.
King Toad actually got it, by the way. This is a reference to K's Kaze clock levels.
Yeah, actually, it definitely has a 64 land vibe with the haunted clock level, which honestly I only remember because of the dope music. Because the level itself, well... And now this area, that's a pretty fun one. Actually for real though.
That's lava? Bro, sorry.
Yeah, you gotta test some stuff now and then, Andrew. Not just assume stuff.
Alright, I'm sorry, that is the most quicksand texture I've ever seen in my life, so I didn't really think it was worth testing.
So here's these small gravity paths which like give you basically negative gravity when you're standing over them. And that was about to screw me here. And that makes many jumps really awkward. But it also allows you to just float like that and it's just... Oh, we got a raid? Oh, it's a raid from the... Yeah, B-Bot, that's one of the little company names. But... Interesting.
Hope the lethal run earlier was good. I watched some of it.
Yeah, it seemed pretty good. Okay, so I think there's like 6 boosts and you actually only need to kill 5, which is kind of a vanilla thing.
Yes,
so, yeah.
that's from Vanilla.
Just having fun here at this point. With that.
And this is another cat code with this collision that lifts you up. She gave me a lot of fun codes to try out.
It screws with wong jumps, unfortunately, because wong jumps are pretty quirky in Mario 64. So basically, when you wong jump over a low gravity path here, you kind of don't gain any height, and that's true as long as you remain in low gravity. Now I die. Especially because 4-4 is coming next. At least Andrew definitely remembers what that means, and... Yeah, I like that reaction, thank you very much.
Okay.
That's how it should be.
This one's a toughie.
Nice.
Best rave.
So yeah, if you miss the beatbox, well, screw you, because they're back and I hate them for that.
If you've ever played Sonic Mania, by the way, this is a direct reference to Stardust Speedway.
I mean, that's true by the music, but I didn't know that also applies to the entire level.
Yes. You can tell by the spotlights, actually. I actually got those from Sonic Mania, the idea for making this.
Okay, so what I'm doing here is one of 2 of these sections which alternate between beatbox and rainbow slide paths, which as you saw earlier are, yeah, very nice to you, always. and you need to harness all of your SM64 knowledge to deal with these. Or, well, a bunch of it going into advanced tech, so yeah, back to the Kaizo allegations or something. I'm actually not an opponent of the beatbox, so like, I'm fine with the rhythm, but if you do them for too long, it's kind of not a fun time. Oh, and also if you fall off the level, that's like a 5-second fall, and yeah, not fun. I tried to avoid the coins, which means I didn't land on the platform I usually do. But anyway,
Also
that's...
low poly earth.
I should also mention, I don't know if I said this earlier, but obviously this game is mostly like parts from Shining Stars games, but you'll see a lot of these slides in the game because Slide 64 is also an inspiration for a lot of them. I don't know if any levels are like directly inspired by Slide 64 levels, but you'll see a lot of these little slides just kind of intermittently throughout the game.
I don't know if there's a full level from Super Slide 64. Yeah, it's more just little sections. I guess you could say Midnight Bayside is kind of based on a Slide 64 level.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay, here's to one thing that, well, with that section I already passed, not necessarily the blue coins, but one thing that I didn't know, and I might be the only one, so other people might know what's going on there. The slanted beatbox in this level are actually climbable collision, they're not slopes. I assumed for the longest time they are, and did some pretty wacky movement through various sections of the level to compensate for that. And it turns out you don't need to.
Yes.
Yeah, the stuff from Serene Fusion and Phenomena as well. It's basically just all of Ty's levels, so all these projects that he's done.
Yeah. Pretty much every hack I've been a part of, except for Bowser's Dank Rave, is referenced.
Damn it! Ah!
I cannot believe that's like your best series with 12 rogue hacks, so most lucrative as well.
Why are we even playing this? Come on.
Yeah, I don't know.
Speaking of Dark Graves, welcome to Disco Rock. That's basically where the level is over, unless I majorly mess up. Because, yeah, the boss fight is kind of dangerous, but, I mean, not the worst we saw here. Oh boy, I got pancaked. Never mind.
Oh.
It's not over. It's not over yet. And plus, if I die to the boss, I respawn at the top of the level, so, like, the main concern is gone. But other than that, yep.
I actually just lied, by the way. There is one slide from Super Slide 64 in this hack, and it's in the final level of the game.
Ooh. Oh, right, the one I underpracticed.
That one, yes.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, looking at that boss fight, you remember.
We'll get to it, we'll get to it.
Now heading into Overworld
5.
Overworld 5, that's right.
What is it called? Dimensional Black Hole.
Yes. And there is, I was actually playing a different song for this, which I'm going to put in the update. But this,
oh, I like this
there's
one.
a really cool song I had for this. Yeah. There's a really cool song I had for this area that I wasn't able to get finished before the release.
Oh.
So, I'm going to put it in, probably.
I mean, was the release set in stone? Because in theory you could have postponed it, but maybe on the other hand it wasn't worth it or something.
Yes, well, more so, I commissioned a MIDI file to be made, and I thought it was going to be done like 2 weeks before, but then something happened and it didn't get finished, so I just had to wait for it.
Yeah, offhanded shoutouts to Mario Adventure 2 for that, because I got complained to me a whole lot that he commissioned a lot of MIDIs and then they never got back to him.
Yeah.
Wait. Well, yep, that's what happens when you hesitate between two different kinds of jumps. I will just do what is kind of intended to do and get down here. Like, the idea is you can jump for this red coin and then immediately die without having touched any other platform on the way from up there. And then, of course, you just respawn up there because of the safe respawning mechanic. Now instead I'm going to struggle.
Oh. It's one of my favorite levels in the game. It's inspired by Course 15 of Shining Stars 3, one of my favorite levels in that game. with one of the best songs as well. Boink!
Boink! Yep.
I love Moonstruck Blossom. Kirby soundtrack is kinda goated.
yeah, good song, but I'm not a fan much of the layout of the level. And only when I replayed Shining Stars 3 recently with my casual race with Drunk Crazy, I realized this is like the same level, but like mirrored. Like it's the other way around.
Is it mirrored? Really? Oh, that's
Yeah,
interesting.
It is mirrored.
Oh, that's cool.
So yeah, this
Yeah,
one
this is
gravity
one-
jump here is weird. I just have to mention it real quick because like you need to basically make sure you have the most air time possible with it, because the moment you step out of it laterally, horizontally, it stops affecting you. You're back to big gravity.
And this is one of the rare levels of the game with red coins. It's not something you see commonly in this game. Sometimes it'll be like, oh, you have to go over here, collect this one red coin, and then go back to get the star. But yeah, this is one where it's just go around and collect all the reds in the level.
I'm falling apart. I better like have amazing B-sides or else... Wait, why did I just mention the B-side? That's spoilers. Never mind.
Oh no! No.
Yeah, better have an amazing end game. Otherwise... Oh, not again. That's what I was talking about. That's why I insisted on commentating on the low gravity pads, because it's a jump that actually requires effort with how they work.
Yeah, they're weird. You need to make sure you're above the collision type, otherwise you're just gonna lose all your height.
Oh, well, that's on me.
Oh.
I mean, there is a recovery out there, so, you know...
Honestly, I think this level, I think is the one that I was the least. What's the word I want to say? I planned out the least, I think, because I wasn't sure exactly what I wanted to do with this level, and I think part of it is the original level is,
Man.
it has a lot of branching paths, and all those paths are really long. So I didn't know exactly how I wanted to modify that, I guess is the best way to say it.
So, if I may make that observation, I think you went for the few modifications route, like what parts of these will be recognizable as rearranged from the Shining Stars 3 level, and I suppose it worked out.
Yeah.
It's still a fine level.
I will say it's not my favorite level design-wise, I will say.
Also, fun fact, shoutouts to accurate flower collision there, because the flower collision actually completely matches the visual model there, and it would have been better simplified, but
Yeah.
because it matches the visual model, it makes it so that sometimes I just walk off through the holes, which should be quite difficult to achieve, but, well, depends on your positioning out of those low gravity pads / cloud jumps. One of the easiest and most retriable blue coin switches in the game, and I'm very glad for that.
Funny because it's like one of the last ones. Like,
Yeah.
Yes, King Toad is correct. 1.0 did have a bad warp in here that did take you directly to the end-game area, I'll say.
Okay, I'm trying this here as a little skip, but I also have to land properly. Yeah, like that.
oh, I have to see this one. This looks pretty cool. Nice.
Yeah, now you can take it and actually make a good time for yourself and beat me. Okay, these are the just jump kicks, which thank god, because otherwise I would need to set up my jumps for like 17 years. And we don't have that amount of time.
It's actually really funny. Those blue platforms actually have a UV error on the side, but I just liked how they looked, so I just left it.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah, no, I see what you're trying to do. Baker squares or something.
Yeah.
Yep. Nice lags. The B stands for bar, it trust me. Oh yeah, true. It has nothing to do with music. Another recovery heart? Thank god. I need some momentum for this jump, so don't touch the walls, don't touch the platforms. Yeah, I'm trying to just jump to the red coin without wall kicks and die immediately. Doing good on the dying part, but I also have to do good on the red coin part.
Seen that.
That red coin was in the original level too. I love that red coin.
That is always a good one. That's like a learn to Kaizo red coin right there. Ooh, and a walk kick angle changes.
Yeah.
High tech.
It's just scary enough to look Kaizo, and it's like, oh, this actually isn't that bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes it's good to have such stuff in games where it looks hard but actually is based on some kind of trick where, you know, it just works out at the end. Like the creator has set it up for an epic looking situation, but not difficult for players to go through, so they feel good about themselves.
I think that's a staple of good Kaizo design, honestly. It's just like make something that looks really hard, but it's actually like not even that bad, and it just like feels cool to pull off.
Yeah.
I feel like I should be having 7 red coins instead of 6 right now, but I don't know what I could be missing.
Not ringing a bell either. Yeah, I feel like you had everything over here. But did you get one up there? Like.
I mean, yeah, the wall kick's up there.
Yeah. Okay. I think you're good. I think you're good.
Yeah, I'm just like
Might
I remember
be
where
one
1
earlier.
is, but I'm blanking on number 8. Because wait,
I'll
when I
figure
take
it
this warp, yeah, yeah, something's wrong. This should be 8.
That one.
I feel like it was
That
probably one of the
one was
earlier
the
ones.
Oh, I didn't. Well, that's the best red coin to be missing.
Okay, yeah, that's good. I was gonna say that had to be one of the.
That warp, by the one, was the way that took you to Bowser in the original. I'm sorry, the in-game area in the original 1.0 version.
Oh boy, okay, this is... I have to think of something else. 5 coins and I think I cannot just make it from up here, or I can, but it'll be pretty risky to try again, so yeah, let's do these wall kicks again for good measure. I don't even remember intended at this point out of so much skipping with the blue coin stuff.
I think to the left side there's another gravity pad thing, but
Yes.
again, those are scary. So.
And let's get out of here. I think that's like the last main level of the game.
That's right.
Pretty much, yeah.
So yeah, we just have 5-1 in here, and immediately the final boss is coming.
Yep.
Streamer, you died. That's slow.
Yup. Yeah, yeah, it would not be the first time that happens tonight, so thanks for the information, commentator. Welcome to Shining Stars 3! Again, it's Sanctuary of Space Alpha, and honestly, it's ruthless. As much as ever.
This has gotta be my favorite level of the game. I just love Sanctuary Space from Shining Stars 3, and this is an even better version of it, honestly.
In the update that I'm doing for this game, eventually, I don't know when, but I'm going to extend the song a little bit because there's a missing section I actually never put into the song. I really liked it, so I'm going to put that in this too. A lot of cool little
Yeah, I love
touches
this
here
song.
and there.
Yeah, I was a bit slow there, but actually I didn't miss a cycle, I just wasn't there to be fast enough to wait on these speed blocks right here that I just passed, so in short, everything fine. Uh-oh. Yeah, I tried for a little bit of a skip and it was almost successful, but I undershot.
Cool momentum jumps. I don't know if I've seen those either.
Double undershoot. Obviously we needed that.
Torch. Okay.
Yeah, it's still early in the level, I have to say. That's probably not the best news, but yeah, this is a long level and we cannot change that, so yeah. That means this is considered an early death.
I do want to give a shout out to the visuals as well, especially like the scrolling textures in this level. Like it just looks so cool. Like, a lot of this level, a lot of this game in general is very visually nice and appealing.
Yeah, between music and visuals, this level knows what it's going for.
Hell yeah.
I guess I shouldn't try to do any more skips today. Let me get this one up and... well, it's on up here. It's so...
Get the one up, that's obviously.
There's one up later.
Listen, I think I got a lot of these light effects actually from Wrath of Cortex again.
Oh boy.
Really nice.
Yeah.
Shout out to Vice Childhood. There's the one up. My beloved. And at this point, I'm freaking waiting. Gotta make it to the end of the game after all. And also be careful with that part you saw me do there. The level is actually quite a lot of slide-ish terrain again. Like, it's super good at least.
You can't do it. I guess it was planned, because there was a planned Shining Stars 3 new version, I guess version 2.0 that was planned, and a lot of those like level remakes of SS3 went into this game as well.
I do still want to do that update. I'll probably just work on it at my free time, I think.
So that would be very cool. Or you think on like kind of not really remade levels, but like, you know, like different models.
It's nice visual upgrades to a lot of stuff.
Boys.
So there are some things I do want to change level design wise. Just a couple small things. Like for example, if you were in Snowflower View, there's that weird flip swap platform star. It's just kind of there at the start. I do want to change that one, for instance.
Yeah. There are a couple like weird stars in SS3 that are more reminiscent of like the older Shining Stars games that like I feel like if you were making a hack now you wouldn't have done.
Yeah. So I do want to do an update where I do the visuals, and then every once in a while something that is not very well designed, I do want to change that.
Yeah.
That would be awesome. Like, we were talking about Shining Stars 2 redone for so long back in the day when that was lingering between possibility and a meme. And people were hyped for that idea, or at least the big fans like King Toad, and probably all of us here in the chat. Then turned into this, which is awesome, but Shining Stars 3 redone, I don't know, I think that would be quite the news for people, if that actually happens. I don't think anyone expects that.
Who knows? Anything could change in the future, so you never know.
Yeah. Okay, so welcome to low gravity section, which I will try to do in the clowniest way possible, which involves just wall kicking between the sides of the this like whatever the hell it's called. Yeah.
Yeah, that's honestly a pretty good way of doing it.
I did this when I was testing. It's really fun to do. I love doing it.
It's really hard to like see the walls,
yeah,
especially with the scrolling textures.
Yeah, and you actually peek through them. Shoutouts to Parallel to Camera. And now we take this walk to the boss fight. Like it's another boss fight. It's this guy, for some reason.
It's a Jimmy bomb.
I just realized I forgot to change his texture. Whoops.
Yeah, right.
This is something. This is the only thing wrong with this game. Why is Mario not black and white like the other Shining Stars games? What happens? Is there a lore reason, or did you just forget?
I just forgot.
Okay, yeah, I figured. I just want to make sure.
You get your one chance to like tell the people it's for war reasons, Spike. Come on. Like
it's something I literally just like didn't notice. Like it's something you barely notice with other Shining Stars games. I just didn't notice it was gone, but then I noticed it and I can't unsee it. It's like why is it not consistent?
Okay, and now for the scariest part of the level, because this is still part of the same level, is the slide.
Here's the slide 64 level.
I hate it. Oh, that's a very good start. Remember before that fall when I fell off and that's like a 5-second fall? How about 10 seconds? This is a 10-second fall and I don't know what's up with it. Other than, hey, you usually fall to like Earth, but other than that, it has no utility.
The level is very tall, so like you have to like go down pretty far to the end of the level, so it could be something like that.
Fair.
Yeah, that's really the main, yeah.
Okay, now I will double down on the level by doing a dumb trick. Today I will only do it once, especially given the fact that I cannot pull off a long jump. Okay, I will not do the trick, never mind. I would like jump on the cheese planet, which is actually lava, and I could not ascertain that it's faster for sure, but I like doing it, so I'm trying to do it in runs. But yeah, it skips to like down here, so not a big deal.
It's hard to long jump on the platform with slide physics. Slide physics are just really hard to control on, because obviously they're not meant for normal platforming.
Yeah, if you land on any non-flat terrain on the platform and you're facing up, like relative to it, you better slide immediately, which I think we already mentioned in the run, but as good of time as I need to mention it again, because it applies here. First eye, let's go.
Not bad.
And now the final boss. I'll leave it to you guys while I do the really funny stuff that need to be done.
This boss is pretty hype. I love this one.
We have the Starwamp boss fight, and yeah, I did not want to do the way I did it in Shining Stars 3. Where that one, well, one, you can cheese it, but also it's very scuffed in a lot of ways in the original one.
It's not a comic boss for sure. It's a whole good, really awesome sequence, but yeah, it's like not the best like the boss or anything, like, you know.
Yeah, the design itself is pretty scuffed.
Oh damn it.
But yeah, we have our beat blocks, and there's a reason why there's been a rise of beat blocks in the past few levels in the next area. But yeah, we have a beat block area with the Womp, and for this fight, the Womp is actually going to teleport to a different direction, different position on the map whenever you do the image. And so this was one of the C injections I did. I did some custom code for this myself, along with some help from some other people.
Nice.
But,
just for the thwomp working, or?
Yeah.
Nice.
It's actually a really easy thing to do with C injection, now that we have decomp. And so I would say, how do I want to say this? You can do a lot of cool programming stuff with decomp, and I like a lot of decomp stuff. I always say sometimes people go a little too far with some of the stuff in decomp, and it becomes really strange how it works.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
I like the feeling that it's not even Mario 64 at that point, which is cool if you're trying to recreate other games, but also kind of what is the point?
Yeah.
I think the best decomp hacks are the ones that like keep most Mario 64 physics intact while like adding to it.
Right.
Yeah, there are some that accomplish that better than others. Recently, the Patchmakers Workshop came out, which we'll be running tomorrow. Me and Red Slim and Rusha, and that one's really cool because it adds a bunch of abilities, but it also kind of keeps the core Mario 64 physics and such.
Welcome to the time machine. That's what I'm going to say, because recently in a casual race of all the Shining Stars series with Drone Crazy, not Side 64, that's not the Shining Stars, I found out you can soft walk here, and because it's right after the boss level and the boss fight, and there's like no way around it, you cannot just exit like back to one of those two. Soft walking here loses you 7 minutes.
Let's
So-
not do that.
Yeah, I'll be taking the
Really?
level extra safe today. Like, okay, it was just me
Yeah.
sucking here, it's completely intentional.
Yeah, it's very rare. Like I've never seen it before. Probably it doesn't happen too often, but like just happened to get into one specific scenario that lost you 7 minutes. Like, it was crazy.
Yeah, and that day, like, I would have... my PB isn't really very good, so I would have got a PB in the casual race if it wasn't for that one soft walk.
But yeah, this is the time machine, like the kind of escape sequence. There's a similar escape sequence in Shining Stars 3 after the final boss, but it obviously looks different. This is just inspired by Shining Stars Repainted B2.
Yeah. And I think I've heard that people are not too fond of this level, but I actually like it. Sans the soft walk ability, of course.
Yeah. I think it's a cool escape sequence. I think Shining Stars 3's is better, but this one's still pretty cool.
Shining Stars 3 escape sequence, but with less aura.
What was significantly less or Shining Stars 3's escape is cinema, dude. Like, holy.
Okay, with this
You
now,
can't beat that.
we are any percenting the game. You could take another warp in this area, and then immediately just like end the game, you actually get the credits. So this is the any percent, also 100% up to this point. There's only one major area left in the game now, because we have covered all 5 overworlds, all bosses, all like unique levels really. And now
The main
it's
game is
time-
pretty much done.
Yeah. Now it's time to get to the like punchline or whatever you call it in English. I don't know. There's a bunch of English phrases for everything, and they mix in my head a lot over time.
Yeah, we are getting to the kind of big levels. Like a lot of these levels are like, ooh, wow, this is way harder than the original of it. Some of them are just like kind of easy. But these are the B sides of the game. You know, it's similar to Celeste's B sides, where they're inspired by the levels that we've done before, but they're
Yeah,
different kind of like remix. You know?
if there's any Celeste fans waiting for the next run that's coming, well, you're going to have an early warm-up, because you're going to see some of those beloved staples that we in Mario 64 also enjoy way too much since the introduction of beatbox into row hacks. But first off, we have an Uyghur of the Aquarius type here. If you feel like I made this joke already, of course I did, it's time to make it again. It's a bit more dangerous because shockwave spitters, but other than that, same different.
Yeah, so some of these are going to be like buff bosses, some of them will be like 2D versions of the level, some of them are just like slightly harder versions of the level, some of them are just completely different, you know what I mean? Like, but yeah, it's a cool addition to the game for sure.
Fun fact: this was actually the original boss fight for this in Winter Workshop.
Oh, you know,
I realized it was 2 parts, so you delegated it to the B side.
Yeah.
Okay, Uyghur did not cooperate today. Sometimes he does, allows me to land 3 hits like a good boy, and sometimes it's like this.
It's the car guy. Yes, it is indeed the car guy.
Yeah, right, the war of this figure is that he finally got a car, so he doesn't really even care about fighting Mario. He's just like vibing. Okay, I think I can die.
Yep.
Yeah, you're allowed to, it's fine.
You're thanks for allowing me. And now let's
you get permission.
To the real feature. The 2D B-side beatbox levels. Exactly the same way you would see them in Starvenge 3.5, 3.9 and so on. Like, this is the staple once it got introduced into roll hacks.
I assume there was some 3.5 and 3.9 influence for this.
Yeah.
For this settings.
Okay, a very tiny skip, it saves like a couple of seconds or something. And you
That's pretty cool.
You like don't even make it to the next cycle. It's very, but like I still need to wait for this platform, which makes this not really worth it.
Yeah.
Okay, there's also a skip here for skipping like the waiting for these next box, but I'm hella not doing it because I've not been doing good today, so I better just, you know, play intended. So like you get to here, then you need to jump down and take this warp, so you actually go up, because into the like you cannot really do it any other way, especially with this level layout. And here's the Celeste proper. Dash crystals, or well, jump crystals in our case, they just give Mario an extra jump in midair.
These are similar to the dash crystals in Celeste, but they just give Mario an extra jump. Shout out to Redmat, prominent, one of the best Kaizo creators who made the code for these. The first time I saw them used was in actually a Kaizo tournament, like last year. That's who I'm still a Japanese creator for being kind of the first person to use those, but then Pi used them for these.
Yep.
And
I saw those. I saw the tournament and I was like, huh, that could be useful.
Yeah, it was. I like the idea, although we will spend some more time with these jump crystals, and I will outline a problem here and there with them. As for this level, the start of it sucks a little bit, but otherwise it's way better than 2-2. Mainly because it's like 4 times shorter. But yeah, the issue is the cycles in the beginning. Okay, I'm honestly just taking this out because you need a triple jump here, as far as I'm aware. One jump will cut it, and so you kind of need to like finagle your height. Well, let's do that again.
Honestly, I think you could like jumped off there and still spawn back up.
Yeah, but that also means sacrificing HP, and you know how that one goes.
That's true, yeah. Yeah, that's tough for especially this level. On the B sides, you want to be extra careful.
Oh yeah, I sometimes. Oh my goodness. Okay, I think I'm fine down here because like the slippery platform will not spawn me on top of itself. The problem is I need to deal with this amp, but now at least I remember. Hey, you need to jump over it. It's placed in a bitchy way. So yeah, I think for both the regular level and now the B-side, Need for Madness, some kind of flash racing game. I don't know much about it myself, so yeah.
Yeah. It's actually, yeah, whatever, I was another childhood game.
Hell yeah.
I used to play it on just random Flash websites at school whenever I was in like 6th grade. It's a racing game. And the music in the game is really good. It's like ridiculously good.
Yeah, so you can see here. or here in this case, the verb. Okay,
Yeah.
and now after 2-2, first off we have probably the easiest B side, and I'm very glad because after this I'm going to be raging again with the next one. Hopefully Andrew like remembers which one that would be if that's my reaction.
I'm sure I do. I have a couple ideas.
Say hi to that invisible wall there, that exists, but it doesn't matter much.
Yeah, as I said, some B-sides don't even like resemble their A-side counterparts. Like this is just nothing. This is just not another level. It's just a desert, you know.
Yeah, like 3-1, that was the spring level, so green grasslands kind of stuff. Now we are desert.
You realize there were no desert levels in the game. Like, oh, dang, I gotta make one.
It's actually kind of a multi-layered reference in that if you remember from Shining Stars 2, the mirror version of the spring level was the desert level.
Ooh, okay, yeah, that's actually true.
Oh, okay, that's clever.
That's huge.
We failed.
That's huge cinema.
We failed,
Cinema.
Andrew.
Yeah, it's over.
At least I didn't outright die, but bro.
Epic commentator fail.
4 HP fade. I think I mentioned it earlier, but yes, originally the fading, the checkpoint warp was not in the game. So I was actually pitting a different kind of checkpoint, kind of the traditional one. But as you know, with the ROM manager,
Kaze objects, dude, it's over.
that's really all I have to say about it. The checkpoints didn't work. We'll just say that.
Yeah. If only it wasn't for that meddling ROM manager, I would have got away with it.
Especially with all the custom coding in this game, like putting Kaze objects into the mix, like ooh, yeah.
That's why they're nowhere in here because they would not have agreed.
And
They are
now,
not friends.
hot garbage. I'll be hateful mode. Like the people who know me as a hater, which usually happens when I commentate on Kaiser hacks.
Yeah,
Yeah, you get.
it's one of the hardest B-sides.
So
One of the hardest B-sides here for
yes.
sure.
Oh my goodness, already. So remember the side level, how there's no checkpoints in the level because of it being side terrain? Same thing here. Except I decided it would be really fun to take the walls and make them like twice as big. And I decided I'm just gonna let's grab the tops. Okay, let's try that again. This is actually not the worst I could do in this level yet. It could still get worse. Except I'm actually gonna be playing it safe today. So like for a couple of runs, I found out you can skip sets of wall kicks, which saves marginal amounts of time if you like either dive on the the left parts relative to me right now of the each next wall in order to cover it just barely with the dive, or if you
That's
ledge
really
grab
tight.
and manage to do the not quicksand ledge grab, and that just sucks because they are pretty small walls. So it's kind of not worth it in a risky level like this.
Yeah, this one right here, as I said, it's all slide terrain, so you literally have to get through this entire minute and a half level without dying, which is tough.
Yeah, and you also have a timer, I suppose, like I wanted to... Black spike, nice. That means we try again. But there's also the timer, yeah, which also disappears when you fall off, so nice.
Yeah, luckily the timer's not really tight, or I don't even think it's, like, needed, I'll be completely honest. Like, I'm pretty sure, like, I don't think I've seen anyone, like, not make the timer. Like, even sometimes the timer, like, doesn't even work, because, like, right now you're going through the level and there's no timer, so, like, I don't really know what that's all about.
Yeah, I'm not sure why the timer is not here right now.
It might have disappeared. It might be a quirk with the slide terrain again.
Yeah, timer glitch or something, maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, like extended timer glitch, that's funny. Okay, I'm getting the crystal here, but actually I need to go the other way, so here we go again. One thing that's a little bit buggy about the crystals, once you touch ground after you grab the crystal, you don't have the extra jump anymore, but you do keep the like blue boot visuals, so that's kind of confusing.
It's all weird.
I think part of that was from when I modified Rednat's code too. I might have just forgot a line somewhere that changed that.
Yep. It's always the small things with code. Like, you know, when you do code for long enough and you move into that phase where your best day is being able to delete 150 lines of code, and that's your, like, improvement.
Yeah.
Yeah. One thing I kind of like about these fire speeders, even though they're kind of you know, with the way the camera works in 2D levels, they're kind of not telegraphed the best, but depending on how your jumps work, like if you jump high enough on the wall kicks beforehand, you will trigger the fire speeder and you will be able to just go after you're done with the wall kicks, or if you're not high enough, you will have to know that you need to kind of pull back in order to not get hit by the fire. I don't know, I just like that you need to think about that. Second set of wall kicks. Making it safe, hopefully not getting a firstie here. Yep, sometimes I've got a firstie on that specific wall kick, and when that happens, I get propelled to the next wall and I don't have enough time to react to it.
That one's always tough to react to, for sure.
Thank God for the ledge cap there. At least that part of the code is not messed up, because I wallballed by starting with a single jump, but it's fine.
Alright, very nice. Yeah, there are like 2 B-sides that are really, really tough. Like that's one of them, and then the other one's coming up soon.
Yep. It's also the one that's long, but we'll get there. First off, my favorite level has a B-side. Unfortunately, that one's not my favorite level, that's just because of, like, fatigue with the game at this point when playing it all at once. Oh, like, 3-1B is probably my favorite, the one with the shell and the desert. And that's just by virtue of it being easy at this point. Yep. Talk about reactions. And hello to the raiders, I see we are about to prepare for the next turn, and hopefully I manage to finish this one completely. Like, we're only, like, what, 9 or 10 B-sides before being done, but yeah, that's still some content. That's still some content that I need to deal with properly. We don't talk about 1-3. Well, actually, you just about got us started with this. Okay, if you approach the fire splitter in a good way and don't do this at the end, ouch. I haven't had this happen in so long. Usually other people have problem with this level, not me, but today is not my day. Right,
This was the level. This was the level that was really laggy in the first version of this game.
Wasn't it the original one, or is it specifically the B-side?
It was the B-side.
Interesting.
I have no idea why it was, but it was.
I thought it was the original level, and then I made the headcanon where it's the abundance of flowers, which is the biggest in 3-3, you know?
Yeah, it could be the flowers, yeah.
Because, again, because of the collision, like, work that I mentioned during 5-1, that, yeah, like, the collision is accurate to the visuals, which means it's quite complicated. And Mushie64, of course, will shrug if there's too much collision to process.
Right.
Oh boy. Well, the hardest part of the level is yet to come right now, so yeah. That's the first jump, and it's the easier one of the two. There's a similar jump coming very soon. And I don't have the HP to defend this. Damn it.
Oh.
Unfortunate.
Still not dead though. Still going.
I think if you went to the right over there, you could have gotten the Scuttlerbug and jumped off. No, actually, never mind, because you're standing on ground. Yeah, my fault.
Okay, now this is awful.
Yeah, so these sometimes don't respawn. I don't actually know how they work, but yeah, sometimes they just don't respawn, so you're gonna have to take a death.
And yeah, Showcase of the Signs, they actually tell you which level the B-side is of when you try to approach the wall, because otherwise they are indistinct from each other.
Mm-hmm.
And that was certainly not me reading the sign by accident, of course.
Yeah, when I say when there's two hard ones, I kind of forgot about this one, but yeah, this one's also pretty tough.
Yeah, but it's not the worst, so I was hoping to be done with it already. So, kinda sad.
Yeah, dude.
Ooh, that was even better than what I was doing. You know, marathon strats. The classic. Come on. Okay, now I'll try to preserve one of the fars. Maybe you can even preserve both of them, but I mean, I was shivering my Timber Gear and not being concerned about that. Hardest jump in the level? Really tight. The crystal is just a little bit higher than it needs to be for its own good.
Pretty high, yeah.
And I'm absolutely waiting there. Okay, out of this level.
Nice.
Now with this done, I think that's Overworlds 2 and 3 accounted for, because not each level in the game has a B-side, but all the Overworld 1 levels have a B-side, and now it's their turn. I don't even remember the order anymore in which I do these levels, so my splits are probably not going to be accurate. Yep, 1-3, out of the frying pan into the fire.
Yeah, like it's so hard to like have a consistent overworld route here that I literally just like do like outside of the like my splits are just outside of the garden, inside the garden, and on top of the garden, and just like gotta lump them all together. But yeah, this is 1-3 B side. This is the other hard one I was talking about. This one is like one of the hardest levels in the game.
Yeah, so for some reasons, the average length of like each of the B-sides, I might not even enter the same level right now, so warning about that. Yep. Nice, let's just avoid 1-3B for now. But yeah, that there, 1-3. On top of being very difficult, it's also like 2 minutes long instead of 1 minute 15, the average for the other B-side levels. So yeah, deal with it.
Cry about it.
1-3 does have my favorite music in the game, though. I think that's my favorite song.
Does it really? This one's pretty good, yeah.
The timing here is really tight. It makes you question how is this a 1-1 like extra level thingy. Or at least that set of wall kicks, if we assume the rest of the level is fine.
In the original plan, that beat block that you could land on wasn't there, so you just had to time it with the slide.
Oh damn, I have a feeling that this run is about to have to be mercy killed, judging by the Celeste people raiding the chat. Because we were already behind schedule a bit before this run, and now this one is going. Oh boy.
Celeste blind run coming after this run right here. Welcome everyone.
No! I'm not supposed to get the ledge grab there because, as you can see, that basically denies you from the progress. You need to wall kick immediately. So you need to not overshoot here, actually. I got the wax spike there again, but it couldn't prevent me from doing the wall jump.
Yeah, lag spikes have been brutal, unfortunately.
So now we take a warp, and... yeah, now we continue with the second part of this level. I got a walk in. Yeah, kind of true. Oh yeah, now I'm falling on ground, so it's...
Ah, unfortunate.
Yeah, you know, it's a game with pretty scuffed rules when you hope to fall to your death instead of to fall on ground. When it's preferred for that to happen.
Hey, Shining Stars 4 actually came out last December in 2024. So, yeah, it's been out for a little while.
Yeah. Oh, I'm facing the wrong way? Actually, common mistake.
I think it might have confused some people, because I don't know if we talked about this, but our good friend Scuttlebug Razor has made a hack called Shining Stars 4 Elephant Star Adventure, and that's not the actual Shining Stars 4. It's like, that was kind of like a meme hack that was made before Shining Stars 4 was even in like a concept. So when the actual SS4 came out, it's like a lot of people were confused. They're like, I thought the elephant hack was
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, that's just a fan game of a fan game. Like Skull
Yeah,
did
exactly.
like the competition, that one was exactly remaking levels from other ROM hacks. And yeah, she decided
Yeah, obviously it's not like she knew that Shining Stars 4 was like ever gonna come out, because Pi has said that this is his last hack like 8 times. So,
yeah, the usual. As I also said, last in practice his last hack, and yeah, then everything else happened. Literally all the other Kazakh hacks ever.
Can we talk about how bold it was to like call it Last Impact? Like, this is the final Super Mario 64 ROM hack, and that was 10 years ago, and like before TCOM and stuff.
And nowadays...
Yeah, that was a bold move from Mr. Kaze.
Yeah. Okay, so this level, I also don't harbor good feelings towards this level because it is dangerous. it does have a few inconvenient jumps with those jump crystals, kind of like what we saw in the autumn level. And finally, if you fall down, it's lava, so no save ground technically. Well, you can still fall to an earlier part of the level, it's not as bad as the slide level. But if you fall to the bottom, well, no checkpoints, no carries. Oh, yeah, this is the weird jump that I was talking about. Because like, Crystal 1, jump 1, Crystal 2, jump 2, and then the wall, like you need perfect jumps to hit that wall because it's a little bit too high in the air. Okay, I basically did the equivalent of a point jump there, and I was lucky that I was in a good cycle. So yeah, this here is definitely a waiting game.
Yeah, Last Impact was 10 years ago. That makes me feel old as well, because that was the first hack I ever played. So it's like, oh wow, I have almost been playing hacks for 10 years. That is scary.
Well, seeing as I came here in 2012, I feel even more hope.
Yeah. I was
3.
making hacks in 2012, and now 2025. Here we are.
Okay, if I get this star in a competent amount of time, we will probably not Mercy Kill them, but otherwise, well... And so far, the answer points to rather no. God damn it, because I'm doing a skip there, but it's not the easiest thing. I needed to practice it, but guess who didn't? Yeah, that's right, that's Andrew. Why didn't you practice this skip?
Oh, same Forever Party. This is actually my favorite song in the game that I made. I really like this one.
I'm taking it extra slow here just because.
Again, this is probably the hardest level in the game, I'll be honest.
Yeah, to be honest, for me, this feels like a direct Star Wars 3.9 reference / inspiration, because the structure is kind of the same, the principle is kind of the same, especially with the hardest levels, like the infamous Nevermore Stronghold, the last level of the game, which you can get a star in the old version for beating it deathless, and it's kind of the equivalent of doing Celeste 7B Golden, in my eyes.
Yeah. Dude, the lag spikes, man, it's really brutal.
Yeah, that's a classic never happened before the marathon moment, because yeah, I only really got those yesterday and today for the 2 runs. I wouldn't say that playing Mario before that, wow, just wow.
Absolute classic.
Oh yeah, there were way more enemies in this level. I forgot about that.
I'm feeling, or I'm holding the wrong directions. Damn it. Yeah. I have a feeling that this run will end a little bit before how it's intended to end. I can't
Feeling like a mercy kill for this run or something. Maybe it would be best to show the other B-side levels as opposed to this one.
Yeah. Star Road is 2012, yes.
Actually,
right.
Christmas 2011.
Yeah, 1-3 sucks. We will kind of give up on it. Every other level that I still have to do is kind of easier. This one is maybe the hardest one remaining. Oh, I guess we will also not show the build version of the Star Womp Alpha, because that's gonna take another like 5 minutes.
Yeah, that one's takes a while. So, yeah, I'd say show off as much as you can, but like we are a little behind schedule, so maybe.
Even though I haven't earned it with this one, I will probably like after the other like easy fast stars, go inject Cactus and then go to the credits area. Actually, is that even possible from? From regular Cactus?
Can you go to the credits right now? No, you need 71 stars to get to that, right?
Yeah, the regular credits orb just doesn't spawn.
Yeah, maybe you could just like star display in the stars just to get the end or something.
Let's see.
I've been in all the difficult levels in a row, so like I forgot that I'm actually gonna spawn midway in the level now when I fall off, because it's been like level after level of either I completely die or like the level doesn't really allow you to respawn, so I was kind of surprised I didn't lose much progress there. So yeah, now you can go ahead.
I will give just a couple little facts about these areas. And the B-side, so originally every level in the game was planned to have a B-side, but one, I ran out of level space, that's the first thing. But also, there are a couple unused models that I actually completed that I never used. In particular, Sanctuary of Space, which is the final boss level we saw earlier, does have a B-side, But I just scrapped it from this game because I believe it's probably the worst level I've ever designed. I'm not even kidding.
Oh man, that's
That is impressive. You made SS1. Okay.
yeah. I was gonna say the exact same thing in more words. Thanks, Andrew.
Yeah,
You made dim stars, bro. Are we sure?
So here's
it's such a badly designed level. Oh my gosh.
Here's a B-side boss remake, which is nothing like the original boss, because this is the remake of the 2D bomb that we saw right before the final boss of the any percent. And it's also easier because you're fighting in 3D once again, and there's a recovery card. I'm very glad for it, because I suck right now, but on the other hand, man, this is the A side to the B side, can we put it that way?
I'll also say, there was a final challenge level planned at one point, but I actually did remove it because once again I ran out of level space. For instance, if I add anything else in this ROM, by the way, the ROM just crashes. Another song, another level, it just crashes on opening. But also, decades later, Kaizo already did a similar style level, which is why I didn't put it in.
Okay, this one is cool to showcase because, well, you might not be able to see too much, but yeah, it's a 2D area with the same gimmick of the original level applied to the entire level. The entire level is all gravity now. Except this thing here is actually quicksand now.
This is really fun to just wall kick around in, and this level is.
Yeah. And I think the other one that would be missing afterwards is basically the Womp and then the 4-4 B-side, which is the exact same boss fight as the Disco Rock from earlier. I don't know why.
I think I actually have an unused Starlight Disco
you can go even higher
2D
here.
level somewhere.
God damn, I wish I could see, but that's not the premise of the level. Yeah, I flew too close to the moon, we can put it that way.
Exactly, King Toad.
Another
I literally added one other song after I finished the last level, and the ROM just exploded. I'm not even kidding.
So yeah,
this level here is pretty fun. Floaty.
Yeah. Just a breather or having fun at this point. After all the B-sides you should have completed at this point with the outer rings. With the 1-3, with the other stuff I sucked at. Where the hell am I missing a red coin? You know, the fun game. Where the hell is the last red coin? Oh, it's just down there. Yep. Last detected GL.
We'll see. One thing I did want to add, I wanted to put the Shining Stars 3 update levels in here, just as like a review, quote unquote, to the actual update, and just as like a couple of extra stars to the Easter egg. I did want to do that, but level space.
Okay, so if there's people sweating in the tech crew about how much I'm going to delay the run, tell me whether to try to get to cheat my way to credits immediately, or if I can try to get one more star so we can end at 69 at least, if not 72. Disco Rock Alpha, yeah, no wait, I think I would rather Celestial Bowser, even though it's probably the most boring thing here. Because now it's Bowser without the enemies, so it's also easier than the thing.
Yeah, this fight is very easy.
Yeah, I did have it as quicksand, but it was ridiculous with quicksand. That's why I changed it.
There's almost no ground here. That's rough.
Okay, I of course did manage one time to make the worst out of this boss fight. Bowser teleported onto this, or no, I just threw him like that. Bowser teleported onto this, erased area. And then he turned completely invisible and intangible, so it was impossible to beat the boss fight. So I found one way to fail the boss fight, honestly.
Single way to die in this level.
Yeah, it's not even to die specifically, but yeah.
There's actually a fun fact about this one. This is actually a slightly modified Bowser, in that I made his attacks more random. So in Shining Stars Repainted, I actually did the same thing, where I modified his code, but I changed the probabilities of a lot of his attacks to where a lot of stuff appears more than it should, and some of his other standard hacks don't appear as much as they normally would.
Well.
You don't even like have to talk to Bowser when he dies. You can just go into the warp and then you're good. That's funny.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, now I think the fastest way to get to the credits is to just go to a complete save file. So I will just do that. I'll try to be as quick as possible. It will still take a couple of minutes because you need to go through all the overworlds, but I want to finish on a positive note with this one. If not for the run itself, then, you know, for the game. It deserves that.
Again, this is Kaizo Brain Rot Pie, but was 72 a reference to anything by any means, or it was very
It was not in this case.
Okay.
Yeah, the rumor was, I think Pai, you said that on Discord, like with the extra B-side levels you wanted to end on around the 80 instead.
Yes, I wanted an 80.
Yeah, it shouldn't take too long to get to the end of the game. Another 2 minutes or so at most. I know all the Celeste people are waiting patiently. We will be switching to that pretty soon.
Yeah, thank you very much for waiting because, well, I do think the game is good enough that it deserves, you know, a wrap-up
I'm very
at least.
excited for that Celeste blind race. It's gonna be really cool. That's me, King Toad on Treasure World fans.
Treasure World fans 6, 7, and 2 next to each other. Yeah, true. I mean, it does have a lore, but it's not really stream friendly to talk about that right now, and hopefully it never comes up on Fangame Marathon.
I am unfortunately familiar with the lore.
Yep. So here's
Rough,
another
get well
B-side
soon.
walk. For timing purposes, if you even want to end the time on this, like, unfinished run, it will be after I scroll through the text boxes after I take the final warp, which looks like the warp for 80%. I hope that explanation is sufficient.
This ending is really nice. So that warp only spawns at 71 stars, and it kind of takes you through this little like journey through the overworlds in the previous Shining Stars games. It was a really nice ending, really nice way to end the
This
series.
is 3, this is 2 now, which is like Shining Stars 2 Redone fans rejoice because you get to see this at least, if not the full game.
I'm baiting.
And they're waiting.
Pause champ.
Shining Stars
And
1.
ended off with
This would be the star. I actually won't get it, but here's the final warp. And the credits right after it, which I will skip because I'm a fucking speedrunner with no respect. And this would be it. That's Shining Stars 4, most of it, except a few levels I couldn't beat. You didn't miss too much. I can guarantee that at least.
yeah,
So
just like 2 or 3 stars, but it's fine.
Why do we not get the end thanks for playing text here? That's kind of weird.
I think it's delayed.
It was already a completed file or something. Oh, there we go. Never
I
mind.
think it's delayed by like 20 seconds.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so that's the one. Shout outs to all the people in the grades I skipped over, like Pi, Mosky, and everyone else with the music ports, King Toad, Andrew, I think not Andrew, but as the runner I will also shout him out. Like the
I think I was there
playtesters,
for at least Shining Star speedrunners.
Pi for making this, of course, holy shit, that's a banger. And actually, I would say the credits song, this is also a banger, so shout outs to Fate Extra too, I guess. That might be like half of the reason I stick with this game and want to play it. Actually, not to shit the rest of the music, the entire music makes up half of the reason I'm playing this game. But also it's great. If you have the skills, definitely check it out. If not, check out, maybe Andrew can shield himself with the SRL speedrun, or maybe he will run this soon again, wink wink.
Maybe. Yeah, this is a great hack. Really, if you're trying to get into Mario 64 Kaizo, this is a great way to start. A great end to the Shining Star series as well. I almost teared up near the end because, the series means a lot to me. And yeah, thank you, Pi, for making it super cool. Super awesome hack.
Thank you guys for playing. I'm so glad people actually like playing stuff that I make. And thank you all in the chat for watching too. I'm glad you guys got to see the hack and then some of my process behind it.
Yeah, I think that's about
That's it for me.
So,
GG's.
Alright, GG's. You gave it your best, and we got to see most of the hack at least, so that was pretty good.
and now it's time
Like
for
I said, we know.
Celeste.
Yep, now we have
Very
to
excited.
move on. The Celeste people are waiting. I promise you I will make this transition very short. Stay tuned, we will be back in probably like 2 minutes.